It's the mother freaking Babylon.
Apparently it's the mother
Got him.
Babylon.
You know, I figured let's just have a good time.
That works for me. That works for me. All right,
I
everybody.
may not have had some beer, so I'm drinking some coffee. So I don't
Everybody,
ruin the
get
mood.
your asses in the chat. Come on, hurry up. Whatever you're doing, it's Friday night. There's nothing better that you could be doing right now. We have a special guest tonight. Y'all know we don't do guests too often, but we have a special guest tonight. We're going to talk about a new. I don't know how new it is, but
I think a good way to call it
selling platform that you may not have heard of.
a whatnot alternative.
There you go. So we have someone here tonight that is going to introduce that platform to us. We've got some questions and some talking points we're going to go over, and then we're going to open it up to you guys for questions that you may have. I mean, obviously, everybody has their feelings about the other platform. However, I think that this would be better used time if we use it to, while we have this guy here, to talk about drip and not so much as a beating up on whatnot. We've done that for weeks now. So.
Well, you know, we're not necessarily beating up on whatnot. We're just beating up on.
Well, you and I, yes, but in general,
we're just some
whatnot's been
clowns.
taking a beating for sure. So, how many people we got hanging out? I see some people in the chat.
4,300,000.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's a lot.
We didn't even have to. We didn't even have to put a cleavage filled thumbnail up to get people to come in, because that is definitely how you get people to show up. You put the cleavage on the thumbnail, and you get your old lady to dress up in some skimpy cosplay and have her talk about books that she has no idea about.
This is awkward. Didn't know that happens.
Oh, it happens. Yes, everywhere, all the time. That is how you get things done.
Well,
let's say hey to some people real quick, and then we're gonna get into it. What's up, Kyle? Hope you're doing well tonight, buddy. Got to hang out with Kyle for a little bit last weekend.
Can we just agree Dustin should show up in some skimpy cosplay for one of our videos?
No, I did do like a reverend, so that was good enough for me. Ignacio, what's up? What's up? Bleeker, what's going on, buddy? My favorite YouTuber, Trinity, what's going on, man?
Sorry.
Sorry, we're piggybacking on you, man. It's Nick's fault, not mine. You know the deal, man.
But he'll understand, because I'm gonna go see Dragon Ball Super tomorrow afternoon. Well, tomorrow evening. It's going to be so fantastic. There's literally only 2 seats in the whole theater sold, and it's a big theater. Guess who those 2 seats are for?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Tough Book, what's up? What's up? Best Core, giddy up, giddy up. B. Ramey, what's up, Brandon? Let's go, Divas. Mighty Comics and Collectibles. So next weekend, Nick's not going to be here, so I'm hoping I can talk with my buddy Lawrence, and maybe he and I. And maybe even bring on this guy. Where is he at? Maybe even bring on this guy, and the three of us do a live stream together here next weekend, either Friday or Saturday, whatever works best for them. And maybe we can kind of talk about some comic market stuff with some guys who are a lot more in depth into the comic market than I. Plus, I just like to hang out with those guys. So thanks for showing up, fellas. Alan, what is going on, dude? Hope you're doing well. Love the turtle shirt. Thanks, man. My buddy Edwin, the comic jabroni, made these.
I don't know why I'm rubbing my chest like it's my shirt.
I love it. Appreciate it.
Hey, Alan.
Warlord, what's up? What's up? Sovic, what's going on?
You know, that's the Twitch hot tub mania. So what that means, Dustin, I don't know if you know what that means, but it's all the females. They literally sit in a hot tub on Twitch.
Oh,
in the just talking section. And meta means like kind of what's happening. But James is the best, dude. I'm glad James is here tonight. I was I started up a group chat with James talking about some manga.
What's up, Emmy?
I am reading One Punch Man. It's going fantabulous.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. I almost put on my tank top. Edwin and I are the only ones that had them. He sent me one because he didn't want to be the only one that had one.
What in the world?
Tom's Comics, what's up? What's up?
No.
That would be funny though. That would be funny. All right, guys. Let's see. Let's check something real quick. We're fixing to bring on our guest. Guys, if you have questions, please get ready to send them when we ask you. Don't send them before because then they'll get lost in the chat. But we're gonna come to you with a time and say, hey, guess what? Now it's time to drop your questions. So here we go. I'm gonna bring them on now. To talk about the new platform or the new to us platform, the alternative selling platform, Drip. Kyle, what's going on, man?
What's going on? How you doing, everybody?
Glad to have you on, man. So Kyle, he reached out to us. He's reached out to us a couple of times. We were finally able to line it up to talk about Drip. Now, I'd heard about it from a couple of people, and I wasn't even aware that it was a selling platform. I just heard people mention Drip in passing in different videos and live streams and whatnot. Oh, there's that word. Now I can't even use the word without like. I mean, it's great marketing, I guess, but so Kyle has offered to come in and hang out with us for a little bit tonight and just answer some questions and talk about Drip. Now Kyle has he told us that he's not a paid employee by Drip. He's not part of the Drip Illuminati or anything like that. But he's been working closely with them and trying to secure a position as part of the Illuminati. But he is well informed on the platform. So we've got some talking points, and like I said, we're gonna open it up for questions to you guys as well. Yeah, I know Chris, Bronze Age Nerd. He's been talking about it. I've spoke with him a little bit back and forth. He did his orientation yesterday, so he'll be selling on there soon too. So, Kyle, I guess if you want to start out, man, just give us a little bit of background on the platform.
Okay. Yeah. So it's based out of San Francisco. It's came out August 2021. So it is still a young little thing. They are mostly TCG, like Pokemon cards, MetaZoo, Magic, sports cards. They were founded by two guys, Javon Lawrence and Sameep Seth. They actually just got around another $20 or so million of investments recently. And and I don't want to mention the other. I call it on my shows. I call it the other place. You know, like a play on the good place. Like, you know, you thought it was this great heaven, and then you're like, wait, what's going on here? But Drip actually did challenge Whatnot to a charity box break at the National a few weeks ago. They challenged them to break the same box, and whoever had the biggest hit would win, and the loser would have to donate $25K to the charity of the winner's choice. And from at least to my knowledge, Whatnot didn't even respond. I know they've seen it because I posted it, and I know there's a few people on that community that are like, hey, what's this? Because they've actually met. I've actually had people like, hey, so I see you're with Drip now. Yeah. I mean, I've been off the other place for quite some time now. I mean, I'll go in every once in a while, you know, to show some love to the people that I know that are still on there. Hell, I was in Bronze Age Nerd show the other night. But yeah, the big thing with Drip, it's about the community. Especially in the comics sector, I'm working very closely with them to make sure that it's about the community. I mean, of course, there's opportunities to make money, and that's what I mean. If you're not making money, then you're not going to be doing it.
Yep.
But at the same time, there's a difference between making money off of something that you've invested in or something you know about, and maybe you got many years ago for much less than it's going for now, than trying to sell overpriced exclusives and make all, you know, the questionable things that have been going on. So it's as we're building the community on Drip with the comics division, they're being very selective as what sellers come on. They're trying to keep it a community that we all can be like excited about. I say it all the time in my shows that without the community, we can't do any of this.
Nope.
So it doesn't matter if you're making all this money, but the community's pissed off. Then what are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, and it's definitely not that way at Drip. And as long as I've got even a fingertip on the wheel, I'm gonna make sure that stays that way.
Right on.
Absolutely, man. So what was it that I guess really it was more so the community that took you to Drip versus whatnot?
Well, so actually, it's a funny story. I went to Collecticon in Orlando, and initially I was told that I could get some time on the whatnot booth and all this stuff, and then I show up and they're like, "Who the fuck are you?" Excuse me. I'm allowed to
It's
curse,
fine.
right? My fault.
We
But
recently
then
changed
I
our
was
ratings.
just okay. And then I was there with my whole family, right? And my mom was like, she actually saw the Drip booth and said, "Hey, why don't you go talk to them?" So I
Yep.
talked to them and I was like, "Hey, what's this all about?" And they were like, basically, we used to do cards and stuff. I was like, "Well, you ever thought about comics?"
Yep.
They're like, "Actually, very recently we've talked about going into comics." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, guess what? Today is your lucky day." I'm nerd, so nice to meet you. Let's see how we can make this go right.
Yeah.
And then from then on, I actually about a week after that, I had a meeting with the CEO.
Nice.
And we were talking about and that's that one thing. And every seller that I talk to, it's very Drip is so transparent. Every quarter, at least, it's been almost every other month recently. They do an AMA with the CEO and all the brass of Drip, where any seller can get in and ask a question.
Yeah.
And get literally right to the head. Like everything's transparent. Like there's no you're not going to ask someone if you can be part of the exclusives and then be told that there's not going to be any exclusives anymore.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened to me. I reached out to someone, was like, "Hey, I know y'all doing some exclusives. I mean, I want in. Like, I can definitely do this." And they're like, "Okay, well then message this guy, message that guy." That guy was like, "Well,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're not doing exclusives anymore."
Yep.
And then literally at that point, I had already seen two exclusives that hadn't even been announced yet. I've seen the covers. Like, I know they're coming, you son of a bitch. Like, and that was the final turning point for me. Like when they literally lied right to my face and insulted my intelligence, and I was like, okay, you know what? Because I was still doing both. Like I was selling on Drip and I was helping them, but I was still on the other platform, occasionally to move some product, and then after that I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. My last show was literally right after day 2, I think, of MegaCon, because I was up in Orlando for MegaCon. I got some signed books, went right to the Airbnb, and threw up like 25, 30 books, and that was the last show I did. I was like, that was it.
Yeah.
Well, lying to your face doesn't sound like anyone from there at all. That doesn't.
No, I'm definitely making that up. I'm the liar. That's me.
You and how many other people?
Well, if you can only see our DMs.
Yeah.
Okay, Bronze Age Nerd, you act like you're not awesome. I don't know how selective they are. I mean, they let me on. Come on.
They're just doing it for the beards.
Well, hey, you know what? I mean, they do seem to like dudes with beards.
Maybe my mustache will pass. Anyway, so let's show off the platform, right? So I think that's a really important piece to it, right? Is what the platform looks like. Let's talk through a little bit about it, because the whole live selling platform is so new to everyone, I think, as a whole, within the last year or so. But so when you go to drip.com, dripshop.live, I should say, this is kind of what pulled up for me immediately, right? So obviously Pokemon is kind of king right now. And so it's very similar, right? I mean, are there any major differences between their layout versus other live selling platforms?
There's not really that much. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got the same things that all the other ones have, like buy it nows, auctions. There are some pre-bids.
Yeah.
You can do giveaways, and stuff like that. But the main big differences, besides the little horn you can use, it's just like, "Bah, bah, bah, bah," um, but you can actually simulcast to
Oh,
multiple platforms at once. So you can be on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, live through Drip.
wow. Okay.
So that I think is
That's
is
pretty.
is a
That's
is
pretty
a
big
big
deal.
difference, and I've said it before. I feel like Drip is leaps and bounds ahead of most other platforms. Just people just don't know about it yet.
Well, yeah, that's awesome because you're able to integrate all of your personal platforms together. Whereas like with Whatnot, I mean, it was just basically just with Whatnot. So I mean, being able to integrate everything together, I mean, that gives you more reach to your followers that already know who you are and follow you. So I mean, that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. That's pretty cool.
Make sure you give us a follow.
Oh, I didn't know that was going to pop up. I was just trying to look through some of the while you guys were talking. So, and it looks like also the app is also a really big function of this too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, the sellers are specifically using a web browser to do their shows. Now the app, the buyers can go on the app, no problem, but you can also go on the web. One thing I do like also that's a little bit different is if you have your phone, vertical, you can see whatever there's a center part where you're streaming where it'll show you like that's where the view is. But if you turn your phone sideways or you're on a computer, you see landscape. So you can get a
Okay.
full picture versus just the little bit that
Yeah.
a vertical view would give you. It's I do mostly mystery polls right now because
That's evolving
the
fast,
app
yeah.
is just so like it's pack rips, like
Yeah.
they want that mystery element.
Yeah.
So I cater to that obviously and do mystery. Like I just did a number one mystery hunt where every book in there was number one. The books were like one of them was a Nightmare Country Tiny Onion exclusive was in there. Start off at $5, and if we flip it, they would start bidding up if they wanted the book or not. But then I gave away like a Thor number one, Donny Cates, and Twig 1 in 25 to someone who won one of the books. So it was that whole like game of. Oh yeah, there's also flash sales. Yeah, like if you have like thank you. See, look, Bronze, he hasn't even done his first show yet, and he's already reminding me of stuff that I freaking forgot. But yeah, if you have like a product that's on sale, like you have like it's a buy it now, you can go in there and do for 20 minutes. It's gonna be 10% off or $1 off
Interesting.
or whatever you want. So that's another. It's a little different, and I like it. I used to do when I was doing mystery polls. I would do that. I would be like, hey, these are $5 mystery polls for the next 25 minutes. They're $3.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you can actually put just have buy it now sitting on your page for comics because that was not something that was available for comics on Whatnot. So that was something that
Let me go back and show you.
apparently it's supposed to be coming, but I'd been on there for almost for around a year, and it still was not
Make
there.
sure
It was available for Funkos and other stuff, but you couldn't put a comic book on there on your page for sale unless you were doing unless you were currently doing a stream. So that's pretty cool. I like that.
And you can do a live chat. I don't know if that's just with Drip or if that's with the individual, but that's pretty cool. This is a really nice platform.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
you
see,
can use,
I decided to really do all of those little pictures. Like that's not like everyone doesn't do that, but like I spend hours. I always used to do that on the other platform too, where I will just make these graphics now, and I can just load them right in, so people can look and see. Oh, that's what that is.
yeah.
And you can do like 50-cent increments, dollar increments. You can do all of that.
Okay. I like
So,
that you can
pretty cool.
that you don't have to sell from your cell phone or your iPad
Yep.
or whatever. I mean, like being able
Especially
to
for
use your computer platform is nice
Yeah.
because I have microphones, we have cameras, we have lighting, and
Exactly what I was about
you're
to
able to give a better presentation than just running it off of your iPad or your cell phone. So
Nope, he dropped off. Here he is. And that was something is that what I was gonna say is that we've invested all this time and effort and money into, all of our live stream equipment and whatnot. And Jesus, how can we replace it? All of our drip. um, anywho's,
well,
um,
and
to be able to use that would
to
be
their
great.
credit, their whole point and reasoning for limiting it to cell phones and
We're not
iPad
trying to pump them up.
were I know, but what their whole thing was to put everybody on an even playing field. But I mean, you know what? I mean,
What even
life
playing
is not
field?
on an even playing field, and some people care enough about theirs what they've got to put the work in and the effort and the money in to give a better presentation. And so I don't think that you should be limited to not being able to use it if you've got it.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, let's talk about seller fees, shipping cost, the process from a seller aspect.
Okay. So the fees are the general fee is 6%. And then there's an extra 3% service fee. So it comes out to around 9%. And it's free shipping. Up to they say up to $10, but I don't think I've paid for shipping like once. And I've had packages that were like 2-3 pounds at minimum. So
And that's free shipping for the
but
buyer
they like
and the seller.
yep.
Wow.
Yep. As
How are
of
they
as
doing
of right
that?
now, according to the CEO, there is no plans to change that in the future. But if it is to change, it would be on the buyer, not the seller.
Okay.
That's what they've said. But like I said,
Fantastic.
there's no imminent plan to do that. But if it does come to
Right.
that, it will be on the buyer, not the seller.
Okay.
Okay.
That's really good. Really cool. So
Yeah.
after you've sold the items and it's all finished up, do you, as a seller, do you get the same breakdown as with like your packing slips and who purchased what, and like printing labels and stuff like that?
It's pretty close. For me, there's the shipping labels. They don't really print when you do the shipping. Like when you're actually going to put the label on the box, like with the other some of the other platforms, it would print both. It would have but on the computer it lists it clearly.
Okay.
It's just not part of what's actually printed.
So as long as
I'm
I
sure you
list,
could add that.
okay. So as long as I so as long as
Yeah,
I
because I
list
mean,
what
I'm
I'm
just
selling,
I'm so OCD with my sticky notes. I'm good.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so like what I would used to do, you have your store. I would load everything up with pictures and the book, the number, issue, that way when I sell something, I stick it. I would have a box full of books I was selling and an empty box. When something sold, I put it in the empty box. And then at the end, I would go through, I'd pull up all my sales and I would group everybody's stuff
Yep.
together according to that. That way I didn't have to, write who bought what on each book and worry about stuff, notes, like you said, sticky notes or whatever falling off of stuff. I mean, so as long as you detail out what the books are, then it's pretty much the same. You shouldn't have any problems with. Okay,
Right.
cool.
I mean, like I said, I've been doing mostly mystery polls and stuff like that because
Yeah, so
the
that's
platform right now is mostly rips. So like I kind of just roll with that. And when I do that, Ailey's got Dragon Ball Z. But they
Love
have
it.
all sorts of cards. And like I said, they're pushing hard into comics right now. I've been working close with them to try to make sure that we can keep this community like a community that we can all be proud of, where that is the most important thing, the community, and then the books, and then making money is probably third. As long as you're not losing money, I guess you're all right. But I mean, I know for a fact that they're being very picky as to who they're letting on, even though Bronze Age Nerd might disagree.
So how long have they been? How long have comic books been on the platform?
I did my first show, which was the first all comics stream. I think that was about 5 months ago.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I mean it's
So
inside of
something
6
around
Very
months,
there.
new.
and I mean it's really early still. So yeah, I mean
Yeah.
at this point it's just going to be, getting the word of mouth out and getting people on the platform that are selling comic books, and obviously, people who have platforms on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or wherever, Twitter, if you're selling on there, and same thing. I mean, that's the same thing that happened with Whatnot. You advertise that this is where you're going to be selling your books, and if you build it, they will come. So, um, I mean, that's going to be the best way to build up any kind of a platform at all, is just through word of mouth and providing a good experience. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully, in 6 months from now, it'll be a much bigger comic market on there. Because I know I've seen people ask on different. I've did some digging around on like Facebook and stuff like that, and I've seen people asking like how many people are on there selling comics and not seeing a whole lot. But like you said, I mean, it is, if it being as early as it is, I mean, this Whatnot kind of started out as cards and stuff like that too. So,
Yep.
um,
Hell, I
yeah,
was
I
I
mean,
was one of the first 100 sellers over there for comics, so I'm on the
okay,
back of those really expensive Invincibles.
yeah,
I
yeah, I
remember
think
building
we're
up
on a
a
couple of
community,
them.
and right now, I mean, I think we've got probably I think 4 or 5 dedicated sellers that are going 3 times at minimum 3 times a week. We just onboarded another about 3 to 4 this week. We've got meetings next week. Like I'm constantly talking to people who I think are right for the community. Like I said, they're being very picky. Like if you're gonna sign up, like just to stream once a month, because they ask you on the application how much do you plan on streaming. And if it's once a month, they're not gonna. They'll say, "Well, we appreciate you, but drip might not be where for you." And like I said, they're being picky. So definitely, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I'm available. Nerdtween on all the platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of that. It's the same name, Nerdtween, and I'll be happy to answer all the questions. Like I said, I'm not affiliated. Like they're not paying me to say this. I've worked with them, and I do get paid for some live streaming commitments during their slow times. So but that's pretty much it. I'm definitely not on the payroll yet. So I would love to be, obviously, but it's not there yet. This is me I'm really just trying to spread the word, because like I was the first one. I met them before they decided to actually launch it, and I was like, well, let's do this. And so for me, this is kind of like my baby, even though I'm not part of their tribe yet technically. So I feel very responsible. Like I try to make sure, like any of the sellers that come on, I'll be on their streams helping them out. Like I'm available, like some Sin City Venom, from he's on the other platform, and Instagram, he's one of the sellers on there right now. They literally was like reached out to me at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, bro, I'm freaking out, how do I do this? And I was like, oh, here you go. And Case Comics, he's another one of the good ones on that has been on other platforms,
Yep,
and his
we know
own
him.
exclusives. He's on there with us.
Yep.
305 Miami Comics, they're on there as well. I can now keep it thorough. We actually had a meeting with him. He was just onboarded. He's coming on board.
Yeah, I like
Looking
Thorough.
forward to working with him. We had a really good meeting. I mean, there's talks about potential trip exclusives in the works, and then it's fair. Like the one thing I want to make sure that it's what matters is how you treat the community and the books that you got, not who is selling them. that is one thing. That granted, and of course, certain people will have more following depending on how good their shows are and how entertaining and books they have, of course. But it's going to be an even playing field, and then if I have anything to say about it, I'm going to keep making it that way. Then I hope to be able to, when they start really branching out and like having a lot of sellers on there, when it's time that people get featured, there'd be ways that the regular guy, because we're all pretty much regular guys and girls and whatever you identify as.
Well, I
It
am
doesn't matter
certainly an
if you.
influencer. Okay,
Well, I mean,
and
not for nothing,
I'm
but
I'm trying to
I
cut
have
lines.
well, okay. I mean, I've got 12,000 followers on my other Instagram account, Marvel2K21. I mean, I'm technically an influencer,
I'm just
but I
messing
mean,
around about the whole Marvel.
no, you're
empathy.
right though. But that's the thing. Anyone who has a platform is technically an influencer.
Yeah,
So you can always take into consideration who they are and what they're saying, but
yeah,
make your own decisions. Like, don't just take their word. Like, oh, they say this is the book. I'm gonna get it. Like that. That's
Mhm.
just that's just stupid.
Yeah, that's
Like
yeah.
for anyone. Like
yeah.
And
And
again,
that
let
I
me
think
be
that's
clear.
something that really gets overlooked a lot of
Yeah,
times is everybody wants to attack the seller, and nobody wants to think about the fact that a lot of that responsibility still lies on the buyers as well. Because I mean, I've seen
the
people
stupid is,
put
the
books
stupid
up that
does.
I've seen people put books up that I'm like, that's
mm-hmm.
a $3 book all day, but yet they pay $30-$40 for it because the seller's got a big rack and they want her to say their name. And I'm just like, you know what? That doesn't make the book worth more money. And you're the one that made the purchase. So come on.
Yeah.
Hold on though. It may not make the book worth more money, but you can't put a price on experiences.
I guess so.
All right. So a couple of more things. Just so we're respectful of your time and things like that. So, we've talked about seller perspectives. You know, a lot of people, right? If this platform is to grow, buying experience has to be just as good, right? So, how is, I guess, Drip protecting sellers? You know, how are they knowing, that they're going to be buying from a good person? You know, whether it's seller ratings, customer service, all of those really important things that people want to make sure that they feel good about, right? You can go to eBay, buy something, you're protected, 99.99% of the time, right? Or if you purchase through PayPal, you're protected. Or as a buyer, I'm having an issue with the seller, how can I get that resolved? What are some of those things that Drip has kind of put in place to protect sellers or buyers? I mean,
Okay.
sorry.
Well, to be 100% frank, I haven't bought all that much on there, and
Okay.
I haven't had any issues yet. So I don't know how their customer service is on
No
that
worries.
end. But I will say that the customer service on the seller's end, when you're on, they put you on the Drip Discord. You just message customer support, and someone gets back to you within 24 hours.
Okay. Cool.
And like I said, the AMAs getting be able to ask the questions you want to the head. That's a big thing when I consider customer service and how they're protecting the sellers. They're trying to, and it's also part of what I was talking about limiting sellers. So that's one of the protections that they're putting in place for the buyers is they're not just letting anybody on. You can't
Well,
just say, "Hey, I've got 10,000 comics. Let me sell." No, you're gonna have a sit down meeting with the one of the comics people. I've been in them on many of them. Not all of them, obviously, but that you actually sit. We find out who you are and
yep.
see if you're a fit for the community.
Yep.
So that's one way that they're really trying to protect the buyers.
And I also
So
think
when
it
you see
keeps
someone on the
from
platform, it's like, okay, you can go to
yeah.
them.
And I also think it helps keep from oversaturation. I know right now on Whatnot, that's
Hmm.
a big frustration, not just within comic
Yes.
books, but across the board. I'm a part of a Whatnot resellers group. There's like 50,000 members, and every single day it's just people complaining about nobody's ever in their live streams because there's literally a
Hmm.
thousand other people selling the same stuff. It's so
Yep.
oversaturated. And so when they have their products, it's great for the buyers because you're getting it for pennies on the dollar. But as a seller, it's very frustrating. And I know
Yeah.
Dustin experienced that. A ton of people have experienced that with Whatnot within the comic community. So I think that's
Yep.
also a very interesting. Um,
Yeah, because
See.
when you're under 1,000 followers and you're competing with 8 sellers that are preferred sellers every single day, plus 5 comic book stores that sell 24/7. They have people constantly on there selling all day, every day. Yeah, it's hard to compete with that amongst the other 800 that are on there at the same time.
See, and for me, I had over 1,000 followers on the other app, on the other platform, and I was getting 5 to 6 people in my shows every show with maybe 1 or 2 buyers. So when I kept getting all of these signs from whatnot, I had to drop it there. That that I wasn't welcome anymore. It wasn't that hard for me to go, okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave. Because I guess I was there at the beginning. A lot of the people on the back of that, all those Invincibles, I helped get on myself, and I didn't ask for a penny. Like, I was hoping, again, this is a similar situation. Like, I'm kind of putting my faith in this company as I did in the other one to see, because I have a feeling. Like I said, when I talked to them at Collecticon, and 2 weeks later, I had a sit down meeting with the CEO.
Yeah.
I was like, this is different.
Yeah.
This is different. And I kind of dove head in, and I haven't really stopped even to ask, like, hey, can I get a position yet? Because I'm not concerned about that. My goal, like I said, this is kind of like my baby. I know I'm not on the team, but I was there from the beginning, and I want to see this succeed more than I want to make a bunch of money. You know what I mean? So, like, for me, it's making sure we get the right sellers on. I mean, Nick GQ is another one that's going to be on there. He's got a really interesting exclusive that he's going to be dropping on Drip.
The acetate gate, right?
Limited to 100. Yes, it honestly, like, at first I was like, man, I'm not going to get it. Then I saw it, I was like, I want one. Damn it! I want one. I want one. Oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get one, huh? All right,
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
that's-
Whenever I made the whole influencer comment, I was just making fun of that whole situation.
So
And, and I've said my piece on that too, and it's disgusting. Because I mean it's the community that built everything. Like, even though we're the ones maybe selling the books or doing our knowledge and letting the groups know, it's them. Without them, we are nothing. We're talking to an empty room and getting no views. You know what I mean? We're selling to an empty room. I mean, without the community, it doesn't matter if you're a millionaire. You buy yourself.
Yep, and that's what's frustrating, is because it's, unfortunately, it's running some people off. But
is the platform, is it only US, or is it a worldwide deal?
To my knowledge, it is only US. I do not know for sure if it is in Canada yet. I've been meaning to ask because I have a few sellers in Canada that have reached out, and I just have not gotten around to getting that information, to be 100% honest.
Okay. I know my buddy Bleeker was asking. I know he's up in Canada, and so I know he was asking about that. So I
can definitely track down that intel for sure. I know at least the last time they had the AMA that I was in, it was definitely coming. At the time, to my knowledge, it wasn't actually in place yet.
Okay. Does Drip automatically take the money out of your bank account or credit card once the timer is up on something you're bidding on, like Whatnot does? Like, is it instant payment?
I do believe so. Again, I haven't experienced that much on the buyer side. It's been like I literally just, like, when the other sellers I know go on, I go and make sure I give them some support, and then I don't even look at it, to be honest.
Okay.
Because free shipping is all I hear, and I just see, okay, that's how much I'm spending. Fine. So is it immediate? I believe so. But don't quote me on that.
Okay. All right. But I mean, like, as a seller, like, you don't have to go chasing people down to get payment, stuff like that. Like,
no.
Okay.
Cool. That is a very big positive. The fact that on Whatnot you can't even bid without having your payment added already.
Yeah.
Huge positive.
Drip has the same thing. Because I know I had someone that was in there the other day that was like, it won't let me bid, and then 10 minutes later, it's because I didn't have my card on. I was like, and then they got in and started bidding.
Yeah, because that's one thing I hate, is anytime I sell, is having to hunt down people and badger people for payment, for sure. Yeah, that was the next thing that on my list. How how do the payouts go as far as how quickly, and is it just all PayPal, or what are the payment options?
It's PayPal right now, but there are works to make it so you can do NFT payouts as well as I think they're working on Bitcoin too, like the blockchain type cash out crypto, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. That was what I heard. That's in the works, but I do know they have NFTs on the app as well. I don't think anyone's actually sold any to my knowledge, but NFTs is on there as well as all the cards and now comics too. Pops as well.
Yeah.
Figures I think are on the way.
Okay. Perfect, man. Perfect. Let me see. Will people buy my indie comics? I'm sure. I think Trinity's just trying to be.
So for me, like so far at least, every single one of the followers that I've gained from Drip that I didn't bring in myself, they have been nothing but people that either want to learn, like, hey, I'm just starting to collect. What should I do? Well, collect what you love. You grab some books, read some, see what if you like that character, start grabbing some more. See if you like the rest of this type of stuff. Like I treat, and a lot of the other sellers that I know, we treat it almost like a live podcast where like we just talk about like last episode. See, my last live show, we were talking about She-Hulk and like my thoughts on different comics that are coming out and things like that, and I know part of the reason why we're being very selective is we want people who will be very upfront and telling the people what they're getting.
Yeah.
Like, hey, the reason why I have it at this price is because of this. Like I had a book, like it's the first appearance of the Timekeepers. It's probably about like a $20 book. I have it for $25, and I said, you want to know why I have it for $25? Because it's my last one, and you're gonna have to pry it from my cold dead fingers. If someone wants to take it and someone wants to pay the 25, I feel you. Awesome. I'll have to go find another one. That's where I'm comfortable. I can find another one in a similar quality because that's a book that I want for me, not only to be able to sell again, but just to have. Like I like those characters, you know. So the Fantastic Four, I'm a huge Fantastic Four fan. So like to have them in that book, like it has a little bit of value to me more than just the actual price of the value.
For sure. And so Reef the Sea forever. So
I call it the shipping ferry.
I'm sure it's probably just they I mean, obviously the money's coming from the fees into the platform and they're probably using it that way. But I would be really interested to know kind of what type of labels they're printing, making sure it's not media mail, that kind of thing. That would be a big concern of mine.
So
for the comics,
the shipping's a little interesting. It kind of decides between UPS priority or
first class
USPS, but it's always if it's first class if it's under 12 ounces, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
But everything else will be priority. Yeah.
Nosh, you were the man. We love you, brother.
Love you, bud.
The beard is wild for real though. Drip sounds awesome. Yeah, it definitely sounds very intriguing.
Let's get a couple of last questions in here, guys. Corey asks, is it instant payments or 24 to 48 hours after the books have been delivered?
Okay, so I'm going to be 100% up front. When I met with the CEO, he said it was going to be 24 to 48 hours after they received the book, and I said that was fine, but I would hope that if we have, like a team of sellers, we can maybe do instant payouts, because that's one of the things that the other platform had. And then honestly, ever since I started, I have instant payout. I'm going to be 100% honest. I know not everyone does. So I'm guessing that it is possible to be done. I might be screwing myself over and losing it.
Yeah.
But
Chris, Bronze Age Nerd, says here that so I guess he heard in his onboarding, Chris, if I'm wrong, you can obviously you will say that I'm wrong, but I'm assuming this came from his onboarding. As a seller, you get instant payouts after your first sale. So maybe that's something they're doing now. I don't know. Chris, where did you get that information? Or are you just throwing things out here that you have no idea what you're talking about? Because I know that's your MO.
Hey, Kenneth, hope you're doing well, sir. Hope you're doing well.
I'm be honest. Like I was onboarded with them long before the half of these things were up. So like, I honestly don't know what a lot of those things. I've just been on the platform for so long. I've just kept running with it. They've done nothing but be straightforward and honest every time I've had anything to talk to anyone. Like I mean, like I said, I've had conversations one-on-one with the CEO. I've talked to the marketing people. I've talked to people who are the project managers for comics and for I mean, I can get the answers I need, and I can help bring this platform to as many people as possible. I mean, you're always welcome to come on and buy, but you may not be welcome to sell depending on who you are. I'm being 100% honest. Like that's what they're doing. They're keeping the sellers
And
tight
originally
and
that was
close
how
and
Whatnot
ones
was.
that we know that we don't have to worry about them ever doing anything.
Yeah, that was how Whatnot was initially, because I mean the onboarding was much smaller groups, and took much longer. You know, you would have to, it would take a while before you could get your onboarding, and now I'm hearing that they're doing, you know, upwards of 60 plus people at a time on onboarding. So I haven't heard more than probably 2 or 3 times that someone was denied for selling on Whatnot. And after talking to them a little more, I think it had a lot to do with the fact that they didn't upload or send in pictures of their inventory, and basically they didn't follow the procedure that was asked of them prior to getting told that they were denied. So, and one of them was a buddy of mine, and he's since been approved. And I still haven't gotten that referral fee. But yeah, I mean, and I saw someone say that they didn't think it was a good idea for such a small and young platform to be picking and choosing who sells. But I'd have to disagree, because you can't just let a bunch of, you know, jackasses on there that are going to make the platform look like ass, you know, selling. So, you know, I think that there's a happy medium to be found there with being selective and, you know, not just letting anyone on there, because at the same time, you know, you do want to put good people out there for your platform that are going to make your platform look good. So I think that, you know, that's one of the more important things in trying to grow a platform in that way. So, but if anybody
and
had
eventually they plan to, you know, open it up to more people, you know, but to build the this sector for a while, it's going to be real picky and choosy.
Yeah,
it's going to be about trust.
Reef the Sea Forever. So he said that drips fees, they equal up to about 9% all said and done, which I do believe is a little lower. Yes. Manny the Hobgoblin, how does drip screen sellers?
I you cut out a little bit. I didn't hear that one. Who was it?
Yeah, this right here. How does drip screen sellers?
My connection is not very good right now, I guess. How they screen the sellers. Well, right now, they do applications, and you have to put all your social media stuff in there. They go looking through that. To be a lot of the, like, at least on the comic side, a lot of them is for people like me. I think this person would be good. I talk to them and say, hey, would you like to meet with Drip? And then hear what they have to say and what's going on, and then maybe you can get you on the platform, because I think you'd be a good fit for the community. But it's beyond that. I mean, there have been a few sellers, like I didn't onboard Nick GQ. You know, he applied and reached out, got a meeting, talked to them, and that's how he got onboarded. You know, so it's like I said, you can apply. Everyone can apply, but whether or not you'll be approved, you better say something really awesome in that in that application to make yourself stand out.
So
and don't lie, we'll find out.
So what is it that separates someone that would get approved from someone who wouldn't?
My connection is really bad. I didn't catch that. I'm sorry.
Just what are some things that would separate someone from being approved versus not being approved?
Yeah.
Well, like, if you have a large social media following, and potentially will like, shout out the platform, that could be something that might get something, big following. Because but again, it's just because you have the big following doesn't mean that we're gonna let you on. Like I said, there is a meeting, and then we find out, like, because I know there's been a couple meetings that I've set up that I'm in my head like, I know this is not gonna work, but I'm not going to make that decision. That's not my decision to make right now. So I'm going to set the meeting up. They do have a big following. If Drip, like, they can take my advisement. I actually made a post about how, Drip is different. Someone was like, no, it's the same. It's the same. And I was like, as long as they listen to me and as long as I'm at any influence whatsoever, it won't become solely about the money. I can't promise the future, but I can promise right now, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
It's about the community.
Well, I didn't mean to click on that one. Sorry. There's some interesting, what do you call it? Areas of sale here. Cool. Any other questions? Anything? I think the biggest.
Well, I don't work for Drip. I say we because it's the only place that I sell on. So I feel responsible for the comic division personally. I'm not, like I said, I'm not an employee, but I work very, very, very closely with Drip, and hopefully I can be a paid employee someday. But as of right now, I'm not.
Okay.
And then the fees one more time. So it was 6%, and then what?
3.
It's a 3% processing fee, which comes out to around 9%.
Okay.
Well, actually, exactly 9%. I'm bad at math, so I don't know why I said around.
No, Chris, I'm not putting any more.
It's been a long day.
We're not a schmut show. Of course, I should have known.
Manny, I think that's something that definitely should be taken into account as well. Having a good eBay with 100% positive feedback with tons of sales. That says a lot about you as a seller as well. As a seller with a bunch of sales, that shows that you have the inventory. If you're not getting complaints about packaging, that shows what you're doing there. You're not getting complaints about description not being adequate, then it's showing that what you have. You're good at describing it and making sure that you're not overselling something. So yeah, I agree that that's definitely something I think they should weigh in on approval. And I don't know if it does.
I would say so, like, at the end of the application it says anything else that you want us to know, put that.
Yeah.
Or if you want, like I said, you can reach out to me. I'll first talk to you and see, I'll get the feel for it, because it's not just eBay is a little different, because in my opinion, eBay's not live. So you might be able to sell a lot of books on eBay, but you may not be a good fit for a live show. So I would want to first talk to you, and then we'll set up. I have not, anyone who's reached out to me and asked for an interview, as long as you weren't a jackass. I think I've had one person I didn't forward their request to have a meeting.
Yeah.
Is it available? If I don't think it's going to work. As of right now, I do not know for sure. I know there are plans to go international, but I do not know for sure if they're 100% in there yet.
100% Whatnot is oversaturated. We talked about that a little bit earlier, but it's extraordinarily oversaturated. How do you make your first stream successful? From Chris.
Okay, it's a little hard for me to answer, because my first stream was when no one knew comics were even on the platform, so mine wasn't very successful.
I would say shaving first would probably do wonders.
I would definitely say don't shave because I don't, obviously. I mean, to be honest with you, like I said, I treat every single show like a live podcast. So I have a good time talking about nerd stuff. People come in, add to the conversation, and I'm not like most sellers where people, come if you come in, you better buy. Just come on in, add to the conversation, please. Maybe hit that drip button, which is a lot like the like button on the other apps, which Drip had first, by the way, like months and months prior to them, by the way, just for the record. David, I saw that shit. I was like, whoa, hey, y'all stole that shit. You're lucky. It's probably a different code. You can get away with it.
Oh, I hit
but
the
y'all
drip
got
button.
that idea from us, you jackasses.
Look, I'm hitting the
and again,
drip
I said
button.
us because again, I feel responsible.
All right, and James,
all the drips.
Beers for fashion.
Well, to be honest, James, I'm not really a large creator. I mean, I do have a large following on Instagram from like Marvel content. I got 12,000 followers, but I mean, I'm not like. Did you ever hear of me before I came on today? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm sure there's some people who have heard of me in the chat, but a lot of people probably don't know who I am. So that should tell you something. I'm the one they're trusting because of my knowledge and what I've helped them start so far. Why I'm working with them. It's not because I'm the next influencer to steal all your money. It's just I'm passionate about what we do.
I think that's one of the that's something that would be one of the key components to make this platform successful. Will be to capitalize on one of the major complaints by most people who are unhappy on the whatnot side of things. With being that everybody's going to have an equal opportunity overall, and not having to worry about, well, I'm not sitting at 150,000 subscribers, so I don't have a shot at having people come and watch. I think that's something that people are eager for, is to be able to have that same opportunity as anyone else. I mean, because we're not big. We're not even 6,000. We don't even have 10,000 followers if you combine everything we have together. I don't think.
Hey, if you bring in your whatnot followers, we might be that close.
Half of them are probably well, maybe, I don't know. But I mean, for someone like like my buddy Britt, he has no YouTube, no nothing. He sells on eBay all the time. He's got, tons of sales on there. He's got an Instagram, but he doesn't have many followers, but he's got more inventory than anybody I know. And, he sells it cheap. He packages it well.
Well, hey, Chris, send me a DM on Instagram. I'd love to talk to you more about it and see if we can set up a meeting to talk to Drip and see what we can do. If you are interested in selling or know someone, send them my way. I will be glad to set up a meeting. I can't guarantee it's going to get pushed through. I can't guarantee anything, but I can guarantee I can try to get you a meeting. Most of the, like I said, I think every meeting I've scheduled has gone through, no questions asked. They trust my judgment. If I say we're having a meeting, this person could be good. Even if I don't like them, I pushed through a couple that I'm in my head, I'm like, I really hope they don't like them. But here, all right, they've got a following. I'm not going to be biased. I'm not like, I can't make that decision. Let them make that decision, and they can just take my advice. Yeah. Like I said, I'm hoping to eventually be a part of it and be able to be like, no, I'd say no. Bye-bye. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm not. I'm just the type that will like, let's talk. I mean, a lot of people know me in the community. I mean, I've been doing this for quite some time now, and I said, Drip trusts my judgment. A lot of people, whoever follows me, they know the type of person I am. Reach out to someone like 305 Comics if you know them, or Sin City Venom and Case. I've worked with all of them, and we're a great group of sellers on there. Like, I was actually doing a live stream, and I was hopping into other people's streams just to show support. Like, me and Sin City Venom actually went at the same time. And he had slabs and I had raws. So I would say, hey, if you don't like anything I've got, just go ahead, hop on a Sin City. He's got slabs. Let's go over there. and it's the community is what we're building.
Yeah.
And it will take time. So I want anyone who does get onboarded to know that they're not going to have a million people in the shows. It's going to be slow initially, but if you're willing to put in the work, and grind it out like I've been doing for the past couple months to help build this out, I think it'd be very, very special.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah. All right. Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, if
Trinity,
you
were killing me, dude.
If you
it's all about the comic fan, bro.
If you want to well, I know Nick had your Instagram pulled up there. Just let everybody know where they can follow you to reach out with any more questions about the platform or just, you know, with trying to get onboarded or get a meeting. You guys can reach out to Instagram here.
So I've got Instagram, TikTok, everything's the same. It's just Nerd2ween, and like Tatooine, but for nerds. And that's on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Nerd2ween and a Movie Podcast. I'm currently on hiatus because my main computer went down. So I've been having a lot of issues with technical stuff lately. But the show must go on, and you just got to push through. That's kind of like my motto right now.
Perfect. Awesome,
right on.
man.
Well, Kyle, we appreciate you coming on and talking about this with us for a little while, man, and letting us ask questions, letting the chat ask some questions. Hopefully some people will reach out and you know, try to build this up a little bit and get some more people on here and you know, just take advantage of having an alternative to something that everyone seems to be complaining about as a whole. So, you know, you can't keep complaining about something when you have an alternative. If you're not gonna check the alternative out, give it a shot. Maybe you don't like it, that's fine, but you know, give it a shot and see if it seems like it's something that's for you. And if not, that's cool. But you know, give it a shot. Reach out to Kyle if you guys have any more questions, or you can reach out to us and we can get you in touch with him as well. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for having me on. It was a real honor. I just wish my all of my technology wasn't fighting against me right now, so I'd have a little bit better setup. But like I said, the show must go on, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to even do this because we're a young platform. It's only been out for a little over a year, so you know it's been a labor of love to try to grow this up the right way. And avoid a lot of the pitfalls that some of the other ones might be having right now.
Yeah.
If you build it the right way, if you got the good foundation, when you get to the top, everything's going to be sturdy. You'll be good to go. So that's what we're trying to do now.
Sounds good, brother. We appreciate it so much.
All right, man. We appreciate it. Guys, if you have any more questions, reach out to Kyle and maybe we will catch you guys over there on the drip side of things and the chats and all. So, Kyle, thanks for stopping by, man. And I'll holler at you after a while, man.
Have a good night.
Sounds good. See you later.
Bye. All right, guys. Sorry, I was watching Dragon Ball Z here. I was getting excited. Actually, I think this is Naruto. Getting all excited.
All right, well, let's get on to the next thing. That next thing.
James, you suck. And are we on drip? So yes, technically we are. We are not listed as a seller.
So I created a profile just to check it out. And when I posted that on Instagram, I guess people took it as we are selling on drip, and I didn't think about that, I guess, before I posted it. I just posted like, hey, we created a drip profile, because I know a lot of people don't know what it is. And I was just like,
yeah.
You know, so, but as of right now, you know, I was the one selling on Whatnot, but at this very moment, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep doing selling or not in general. I'll probably look into it and see how much inventory I have left. And so it's a possibility that I'll be on there. But as of right now,
I just want to get on there and do some Dragon Ball Z card breaks.
Yeah, Nick's going to be on there buying cards in a week. Watch. I mean, he'll be broke by Friday.
Never broke. Just waiting for the next paycheck. But no, I think it's a really interesting platform. I think it's something that if you get in on early, you have a really good opportunity to get some really, I mean, let's be candid, really awesome deals. And as a seller, you have the opportunity to be a part of something, new, and maybe it might be a really solid platform. But, for us, we've been approached by other selling platforms, and we're just it's interesting, especially after what happened with Whatnot. And this is something Dustin and I've not actually talked about, but it's like, how associated do we want to put our names next to something whenever you
Yeah,
saw
and
Whatnot just get blown up?
yeah, I mean, at this point, honestly, I kind of like us just flying solo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not having to be
Yes, sir.
not having to worry about being strapped down. I don't have that ball and chain holding me back. I can just jump on here and let her fly. You know what I'm
I'm still
saying?
very interested in. I think I wonder how can I do comic book and cards.
I don't know. You should figure it out, man.
I should, but let's show off what I picked up this week.
All right. I got some manga I'm going to show off too, so.
Uh-oh. The My Hero cards are amazing. I got 4 slabs. Bought these one night when I was a little drinky on JB stream.
It was actually immediately after Saturday's Babylon.
It was.
Yeah.
And it was actually Beta Ray Jim's stream
Yeah.
that he had JB on.
Because I was sitting here like, dude, you literally bought these books like 10 minutes after we get off live. You totally could have messaged me and asked. I've told you countless times not to buy anything unless you run it by me first, because I try to protect you from yourself.
So, anyways, I was on there. I was super nostalgic. It felt great. It was like whenever we first started collecting. And Beta Ray Jim, he does a really solid stream, and it's just fun. And so JB, he was drinking, clearly. I mean, slurring his words. He was having a great time. And he put this book up. And as I'm logging in, he's reducing the price on it. So I go to GPA and I check it out. And I'm like, oh, that's a really solid deal. And it's one that I've, had before in the past, but never in that high of a grade.
Yeah.
Normally I'm like a 3.025 kind of guy, and I'm happy. But I saw it. It was below GPA.
That's a book that you really don't want to have that unless it's high grade. I mean,
Honestly, it wouldn't have mattered to me as long as it presents well.
It is.
But 9.6 white pages, custom label. But it is a really amazing story, right? And technically it is the origin of Venom, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is where he picks it up in Secret War. Obviously, yeah. So I believe this is technically, I mean, it's not the origin of Venom, it's the origin of the symbiote. Anywho, I love this book. So that's cool. Got it for a really, really good deal. Stupid good deal, if I'm being candid. And then he pulls up another 3 Spider-Man books. He has these in a lot. And I'm drinking, he's drinking, we're all drinking. And I'm not really paying much attention. And he kind of has these propped up like this, okay, except face forward. And then he has some books here.
And I went back and watched it, and he absolutely 100% acknowledged what they were.
I'm not saying it was him. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, like I went back and looked, and I was like, surely he said something. And I was like, no,
because I was probably reading manga, I was probably reading manga while I was buying stuff.
Yeah, I assumed you probably just looked up and was like, what?
Yeah. So, and you saw how it worked out, right? Because he's pulling one sticker off, putting the new sticker on, dropping the price, and I'm like, oh, I need those. So we got Ultimate Fallout 4 second print in the 9.2, because we're the 9.2 crew, baby. Then we have Ultimate Fallout 4 second print Pacelli 9.2, hashtag 9.2 crew. And this is the one where I was like, oh, that was the book. I was like, geez, for what I paid for these, the entire price of the book is just this. He's basically giving those other 2 away. They're 9.2 moderns, whatever. But I was like, sweet. It's the second print. And I didn't realize it at first until after I claimed it, but it's fine. It's cool. It's cool.
I will say though, like the ones that I was able to check the graders notes on of the 9.2s, I think I can bump those grades for you. So
yeah, But anywho's, I mean, honestly, I didn't take a loss on him. He had him up for a really good deal. But yeah,
Well,
I
if you want a
definitely.
first print, dude, I got a smoking ass deal on a first print, bro. I'm talking about burn your britches off.
I'm sure.
I put it up on Instagram this week. I put
I,
the 9.4
I,
first print up, a 9.8 facsimile,
well,
5 raw
yeah.
books,
Well,
all
I
for the
literally
same
only
price as
bought
the
it
last.
because it was such a good deal in my head,
Yeah.
being a first print. I was like, geez, with the other two, but it's fine. Like, it's cool. Let that movie hit next year, and then these will be like twice the value, maybe. I don't know, probably not. We need more free money, Biden. Somebody call
Oh, he's
him.
giving it to every damn body.
Somebody call Aviator Joe and tell him we need money. We need free money for comic books.
I'm paying off your damn student loans now.
Hey, look, we're not going to go into a full argument.
By the way, guys, just wanted to let everybody know who's a member. My truck payment will now be a part of the Bro Box every month. So when you get that, just go ahead and handle that for me.
Look, I'm going to be paying over $51,000 this year in taxes. I will gladly take my own money back to forgive my student debt. But that's not a conversation we're going to go deep into.
Well, I
But
was
yeah.
smart enough to skip college, so it pisses me off a little bit. Just going to say that.
Yeah,
All right,
but Trump can't give me any money right now. Okay, Aviator Joe can, and I don't need him to give me money. I need him to give everybody else money so they can spend it on comic books.
So I got a box from Canada. I didn't buy these. I actually made a trade, which I don't think I've actually traded comics since like probably the first few months that I actually got into comic books. So this was actually really cool.
What's up, Chip? That's
But
Chip, right? White Shadow is Chip.
I
That's
think
Tyler's dad, right?
so.
Chip
I
Getler.
think so.
Cool. Hey, Josh, I picked up some cool books, bro, real quick, and Dustin's about to show off his manga. I'm going to try to bring Ellie by tomorrow if she'll let me. Boom. 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 Any interest in any of these, Josh? Any of these? Are you interested? We can work out a trade deal. Oh, and I picked out this one. I'll sell this one too for 500. He's a
You
spider
got that
guy.
for under 500?
I don't know. Yeah means. Oh, we're gonna talk about the CBCS.
Mhm.
Oh, so it's Tyler's father. Oh,
Yeah, we're
man.
going to talk about the CBCS catastrophe, and we're going to talk about CGC retracting their statement. Well, kind of. But anyway, so I made a trade with a guy that I'd found in a Mortal Kombat Facebook group. You guys know I'm all about it. And so we started talking. And anytime I talk to anybody who collects Mortal Kombat stuff, I have to let them know right off the bat, like, I don't care what you got, bro. When it comes to these comics, I am that motherfucker out here. Like, there ain't nobody else that stands above me when it comes to the comic books. And so he started asking if I had, I'd let him know. I told him, like, I've got like extras of all the issues because I'm putting together a 9.8 set, blah, blah, blah. So he sent me some issues he was missing on his runs, and we were able to make some trades. So I got some cool stuff from him. So this is a bag from when Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance was released, which a long time ago.
A long ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo.
So I just thought that was something that was super neat that he added in. He threw in a Sonya Blade sticker there.
It's a waifu.
Scorpion face mask.
You should
Got
give this
some
guy a hug.
Old school Mortal Kombat pogs.
That
So
sounds like
those
a
are
dirty
cool.
word, something you'd look up on the internet.
And then he sent me this. So this is a certificate of authenticity for an animation drawing from the what was this series called? I think it's actually on here. Defenders of the Realm, which was a Mortal Kombat cartoon series that came out in the 90s. And each one of these were basically like a sketch, like proto animation, whatever. Says none of them any of them are the same. But this one is from Liu Kang.
Oh, that's cool.
From the show. So I've got to get this framed up. And I thought that someone had colored on it, but when I started looking at it, I'm like, no, it's very, Like this was just like a rough sketch, I guess, that they did with color and showing like, highlights and this, that, and the other. And so I was like, man, that was just super duper cool. And that was something he threw in extra with the manga that he sent me.
I know exactly what it is too, because as soon as you sent that logo, yep. Of course, that company doesn't exist anymore. Did you know that?
Huh?
The company doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, right on.
Yep, they're gone.
So tons and tons of manga here, guys.
Chris, you are not right. I'm not clicking on that comment.
So we have Mortal Kombat. It's manga.
Yep.
See it up there in the corner?
Yep.
So what this is he told me where this was printed, and I thought he said Russia, but I can't remember. It's all in English though. But what this is it is actually oversized issues of the actual comic books that I collect and I'm putting together in 9/8.
That's cool.
And you have like the oversized art and fantastic.
Oh, that's
art inside.
incredible.
But it also has like a bunch of like extra interviews and little tidbits about the books. I mean, all kinds of extra stuff in here and I'd never even seen these. So, there's a bunch of them in here. So I got the whole Blood and Thunder series, the U.S. Special Forces Tournament Edition, the Tournament Edition number 2, and then the actual Tournament Edition number 1.
Yeah.
So these were just, whenever I saw that he had these, and he's got some other stuff that I'm dying to get, because anytime I find out there's Mortal Kombat comic book material that I am not aware of or do not have, I have to put my hands on it. So he's got some more stuff that we're hoping to make some trades on later on down the road. So, but this was super cool. I can enjoy the art and reading these stories in a bigger format, which I thought was super duper cool. I said super duper a lot, but this right here, man, this was just something he threw in extra for me. And I felt really shitty because the only thing I threw in extra for him was some Mortal Kombat 2 trading cards that were not open. It was like, sealed packs. And whenever he sent me this, I was like, damn, bro, all I sent you was like some shitty trading cards, but he was happy with them. So, but I did feel bad because I felt like I definitely got the better end of the stick on that one. But it was cool to be able to find some. I mean, he's got a bunch of signed photographs and stuff from the movies. He has all of the original art for the original trading cards. Somehow he linked up with the guy who did all the art for the original Mortal Kombat trading cards, and he has every single page of original art. And I was appalled. I couldn't believe it. I was like, golly, that's awesome. Like, I told him that I had gotten to meet the guy who did the original art for the Mortal Kombat video game, the dragon and all that, and that guy has the original art from that he did. And that's something like that would absolutely be the grail of all grail pieces for Mortal Kombat. But I couldn't even imagine, could not fathom what this guy would want for that.
So, Chris, his favorite character is Bo Raicho.
No,
without a doubt.
No. I've always enjoyed Scorpion, Sub-Zero, but I've always loved oh my gosh, Nick
Bo
just
Raicho.
threw me off so bad. Cabal is a character that I've always loved. I've always thought he was super cool, and I was so jacked whenever he actually got an appearance and actually had a pretty good part in the recent movie. So Cabal, Goro, a lot of the regulars, the original cast, super awesome. But I mean, anything Mortal Kombat, I love it. I love
it. We are having a super duper time, Josh. It is super duper duper.
I don't like the bug chick. I forget her name, but everybody hates her. Nobody likes her. Shang Tsung, coolest villain ever.
Is he though?
Man, he's cool as shit, dude.
You want to know who is the greatest villain of any character, animated show, any weird nerd culture? Is absolutely Frieza. He just never goes away. He's always there developing new characters, new designs, new transformations. Just came out with a new one in the newest chapter. Anywho, let's get into what you guys really came here for. Is there anything else you wanted to show?
No, that was it. I haven't purchased comic books in a long time. So
Well, I wasn't expecting
I
to purchase
sent a
comic books.
crap load of stuff to be graded this week, though.
Heck
I
yeah.
got a bronze and silver age submission in. I sent that Batman Adventures 12 in, which was going to take a little while because I sent it express. And I sent in a couple of other moderns, but I didn't send your stuff in yet because you never sent me your payment information. So all that is still sitting here ready to go.
I thought I was gonna get it paid for.
Yeah.
See, that's what I said. I give my stuff to Josh, and then I don't have to worry about it for like at least a year before I have to pay.
Well, I mean, given that the dates on your stuff, about half of your stuff is going to take a little while, but I mean, it's not going to be that expensive.
How much is it? Yeah, just tell me how much, and I'll send you a picture of my card.
Okay. Yep.
All right, so this is the big things. So let's talk.
This is the CBCS deal here.
Yes, and I'm not going to read everything. I'm just basically going to kind of flip through as we talk about it.
Well, but Chris, in my defense, Chris, I was only talking about Mortal Kombat people, but
Dragon Ball Z characters are just top tier.
Doom is way better than any Dragon Man Z character for sure.
Ask Tyler. Ask Shattered Glass.
Doesn't matter what he says.
Dude is rocking a Dragon Ball Z jersey now.
Huh?
I said, dude is rocking a Dragon Ball Z jersey. I sent him.
I can't believe you sent him that ugly ass jersey.
Me neither.
I was like, that is the most ugly thing I have ever seen. And Tyler is sitting here being so nice, saying that it's cool, and he has got to be ready to puke.
He said his wife loved it. So listen, that was the same night when I was buying this stuff. I was trying to find him foot socks or like toe socks or like the weirdest Dragon Ball Z thing I could come up with. And I saw this jersey and all I could think about was Burke and his sleeveless shirts and his nipples. And I'm like, okay, let me send something to Tyler.
Glad that you think about Burke's nipples.
Well, I just, that thing, that night. Anyways, but yeah, so, and he's just like, it's not a terrible shirt. I would wear it if I was into that kind of like, jersey type deal. And I'm trying to see if I have a screenshot of it somewhere, but dude, he was so, and I sent him 108 stickers. There was 108 stickers in that pack. So I loved it. I thought it was funny. He was really cool about it, and he loves the manga. But anyway, so it was really funny actually, and I'll come back to them. So you posted this, and I had no idea what was going on. You were just like CGC, CBCS, hold my beer, right? Because everybody knows by now.
Expect people to like that because I just did it on my little like cell phone.
Yeah.
It's not even a freaking, what do you call it? Photoshop, but yeah, I mean, I just made it on my little free cell phone app, and I just thought it would be hilarious. And I was like, I mean, it's not as good as anything, it's probably gonna get the traction Nick stuff gets, but
yeah,
it did decently well. People thought it was funny.
it did do well. And so good Lord, James, I didn't know that stuff existed. Good thing I didn't. So anywho, so as we know, CGC came out, said we're going to grade this as a blue label, the acetate, y'all can piss off. And then they doubled down on it. And then I'm pretty sure they tripled down on it at one point. And then they retracted their statement, which we'll go in and look at in a second, I'm sure. But Dustin posted that, and I was like, oh, what's going on? And then I saw this. And so we saw it on Tales.
I heard about it from Thorough.
Oh, I did not know. I only saw it here. And so Tales from the Flip Side is where I saw it. But basically what happened is they took a facilitator's graded books, right, or books to be graded, 367 total comic books.
And I'll give you their name. It's Clan McDonald Comics.
Yeah.
Who this happened to.
Yep. Let me see. And this is the full thing, and you go check it out. Yep. Stephen McDonald, Clan McDonald Comics. Oh man. So they had 367 of their books, and I believe it was all their books, and they have literally been using CBCS for 7+ years. And all CBCS had to do was just like fix their customer service and just not do anything stupid, right?
Well, I love the way Thorough put it.
How do you put it?
He said all CBCS had to do was dunk the ball. He said literally CGC threw them the alley-oop, and all they had to do was dunk the ball. And these some bitches fumbled it and fell into the crowd.
Basically. But so what they do, what they did is why'd you leave?
I bumped my camera with my foot.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to see no tootsies on here. But they lost 367 of these people's books. Why did they do that? Well, they shipped it to one of their employees' homes to grade. And it's a whole big thing about, his
Out of
experience with
state employee, by the way.
yeah, out of state. Mind blowing. You know what I mean? Like, dude. Dude.
Yeah, no excuse for this at all. And oh my gosh, dude, I couldn't imagine how pissed I would be, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is Clan McDonald. I was trying to see if they have anything posted on theirs, but I couldn't imagine. I mean, 300, and it's not even theirs. They're a facilitator, right? So they're having to go through, get everything corrected for their customers,
Yep.
get everything refunded. Some of these are maybe exclusives or signed comics or whatever it may be.
Yeah, and that's what it sounded like. It was mostly like modern exclusives and
Yeah.
this, that, and the other, but like, dude, that don't matter, bro. Like these
No.
are books people paid money for. And before we even talk or even start looking
Yeah.
at the fact that they were having them graded outside of like the whole thing, like I'm paying for these books to be graded in
Yep.
your facility, like you said, under supervision, under surveillance. And then you take these books, you package them up, and you send them off in the mail, whether it was USPS, UPS, FedEx, whatever. Like, you're still putting the books in danger of being damaged with unnecessary handling through some kind of delivery service.
Yep.
And then, like, okay, say the books are sitting at my house and I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh shit, I got one of them, but mine's a little janky. This one looks good. And guess what? I'm not in CBCS's facility that supposedly has every square inch of it under surveillance. Like there's nothing about this that isn't absolutely just insane that someone would think was okay.
Yeah.
And then you lost 367 books in the process. How the hell do you come back from something like this?
Dude, it is wild.
Like, on top of the fact that you're taking damn near 2 years to get people's books graded, like, you guys pulled this stunt? I honestly think this is worse than what is going on with CGC right now.
I mean, so this is a really terrible thing. And ultimately it comes down to being just a human error mistake. I don't think there was any massive like malice intent behind it. You know what I mean? Whereas CGC, I
Oh,
think
hell no. Last week, I got criticized all to hell for thinking that there was some kind of malice intent and collusion going on.
no, I didn't. Nobody criticized you. I was just making
not
jokes.
Human error to think that it was okay to send these books to someone's house to be graded. Like, you don't like
it's stupid thinking about it, right?
They are supposed to be graded in these facilities under certain conditions, under certain lighting conditions. Whatever they use and whatever they do, these facilities are built for that. Apparently,
no, for sure. So, but again, I don't think they did it out of malice intent. Whereas I think CGC, they doubled down on it, tripled down on it, and then just recently, I think there's a different.
Let's put a poll in the chat. Somebody put a poll in the chat.
I guess I can do that. Hold on.
Put a poll in the chat. Who do you think? Who had the bigger F up here? But okay, so like here's the thing that is like really jacked up though. Like, if the books hadn't got lost, they would have got away with this. Nobody would have ever known.
Yeah.
Like, they were definitely trying to hide it. They definitely didn't. They didn't reach out to them and say, "Hey, is it all right if we ship these to one of our out of town graders and let them grade them at the house because we're kind of swamped over here?" I mean, that's pretty deceptive in my book to try to get away with something like that. I mean, and
I don't think it was necessarily trying to get away. And I mean, and again, I'm thinking of it from a business perspective. If I'm, kind of like what Bubs is saying, they were in the middle of a move. If I'm trying to keep up turnaround times, I'm trying to do everything I can as a business to try to provide, fast turnaround times for my customers. And I go, okay, I have this trusted grader, and I'm just like spitballing, right? I don't think it was some devious thing to go, we're going to send secretly all of these books, honestly, I think they were trying to take care of their customer, and I think probably now they're like, "Okay, this is really effing stupid that we did." I would hope, right? But
And I don't want anybody to think that I'm out here just.
you're a CGC homer.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. A
You
CGC
are.
homer because I hate those bastards like a lot. Like I can't stand the sumbitches, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't send my stuff to CBCS either at this point because at least CGC is getting my stuff back to me in time.
Yeah.
But I know if I had bought copies of the Ultimate Fallout 4 and I'm told now it's going to get a green label, yeah, that would piss me off. If I was told that we sent 10 of your books to a grader's house and they got lost in the mail, that would piss me off a hell of a lot more.
But it's not about the green label. It's about the fact what I'm thinking about the issue.
Well, we'll get into that too. We'll
Yeah,
get into that too because
well,
I mean,
I'm
it's
just
the whole thing.
yeah, the entire thing, right? Because
Yeah.
they said we had an agreement with the artist, and even though it is a book, we it seemed more nefarious, you know what I mean, versus CBCS in my mind, and I definitely get what people are saying about it breaking your trust and stuff like that, like and I've had issues with their customer service and why I'm not sending anything else to them. Um, especially now after seeing, but anyways, but I don't think it was a nefarious attempt at getting over on the comic community or getting over on their people, right? I mean, I think this was just a terrible business decision, um, more so from operations versus being something like sneaky. You know what I mean? And that's just in my mind. And I
Look,
don't know.
Chris, don't be coming in here setting records straight, okay? You let me go on with the propaganda that I want to spew into people's ears and
There you go.
let me tell my viewers what I want them, the story I want them to.
We're trying to influence people here, Krista. Oh man.
Okay, so yeah, okay. I've been trying viciously to find somewhere to read the entire thing, so I've just been going off of what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
I
This
was not
is
aware.
basically the entire post.
Yeah, I wasn't even aware this was on here.
Yeah.
So, um, I've been listening while I work. I'll listen to people's live shows if it's something that I can listen to and I'll have to be watching it. So, I was just going off that information, and I probably half-ass heard something at some point, but yeah. So you guys see what Chris is saying. Nick threw it up on the screen there. So, but yeah, like he said, they it just I don't know, that just struck me as crazy that I think the biggest thing was the fact that it's like, damn, we know how bad stuff gets messed up in shipping. Like now you're adding 2 more trips into the fold that were unnecessary. Like, even if everything went off without a hitch, but the shit got damaged in shipping, like damn it, man.
That's wild. I'm trying to find where they originally posted this. If this was something they posted to their website.
They didn't post on their website, their Facebook, or their Instagram. I already looked. I think it might have actually been an email they sent out to the customers.
Oh.
And that's just my
It looks like an email. Yeah, you're right. It absolutely looks like one.
that was just my
Well, it says this is a post I never thought I'd make. Interesting. I wonder if he took it down.
I don't know.
Jeez, or maybe it's in like a Facebook group they run. Who knows?
Yeah, I joined that Facebook group to see if it was in there, but I don't know if I've been approved or not. I haven't checked.
Interesting. Well,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah,
So it was posted in their private group. So maybe I'll see it whenever I get approved to join. Man, I've been jumping out of Facebook comic groups left and right, man. These bastards keep doing these these
at
tag
everyone's
everybody that is in the group thing, and it is just gotten on my last damn nerve. Like every time I turn around,
like
bing,
like your whole nerve or just your little nerve.
I'm like, good God Almighty, dude! Like if I cared about what the heck you were raffling off, then I would open up this app and I would check every day, like, and then I was just like, you know what? Why am I in this group then? Because I don't check, and I left the group, and then I'll leave another one. Every time I get tagged in a blanket everyone tab, I'm out. I'm out.
So I wonder if they're just trying to hold off, keep people at bay. So right now, Dustin, the poll, who effed up worse, CGC or CBCS? CGC is only at 40% now. It just swapped.
Okay.
CBCS is at 60.
I won't never go full nerve, right?
If I were a facilitator, I would have. Yeah, I mean, yes and
But
no. So I just
you gotta be
appreciate the
transparent
transparency.
about what happened, though. I mean, because people have obviously, I mean, it sounded like people have been hitting them up, like, "Hey, where's my
Yeah.
stuff? Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff?" So, I mean, I wouldn't want someone to just keep feeding me a load of lies, or
Yeah,
not lies, but whatever, just not giving me anything. So,
for sure. Do you know who posted the statement of CGC recanting their whole?
it was on their freaking forum, bro.
No, I know, but there are people who took screenshots.
Oh, I'm
Let's just
sure
go to
that
Bronze Age
Bronze,
Nerd. I'm sure he.
yeah, modern bronze, modern age, Bronze Age comics.
How about it? Let me.
Not Bronze Age Nerd. There's another group. There's some guys. I forget their names, but yeah,
He posted it here.
CBC might, yeah.
So Bronze Age Nerd posted it. We'll go off of Chris. All right, let's see. We appreciate everyone being patient with our follow-up regarding Clayton Clean acetate, blah, 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 blah. After discussions, meaning after the community destroyed you everywhere, you've decided.
That's a good point, Josh. I see what you're saying there.
Oh, wait. Is this it?
Yeah. Go back though. You're on
My
page
2 forehead.
Yeah. This is
So
where it starts.
basically, yeah, okay. Assign qualified signature series. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Cool. So, and this guy needs to really update his profile picture. That's just a terrible photo. Just got your junk all hanging out. Got your puppy. Yeah. So it's all gonna get a qualified grade.
And they just keep pushing these goddamn. All you see in here is about the signature series. Like if you send it in, get Clayton Crane to sign it, boy. We're gonna give you that signature series qualified label, though. Like, why are they pushing so hard on getting his signature? Like, ain't nobody seen or heard from this man in 4 weeks now.
Okay, well, in all fairness, he is having a family emergency, so let's not dump on that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why he wasn't at C2E2. He had a family emergency.
I didn't hear about that. I thought he was. My thoughts were that he was sick or had COVID or something. But
he was hiding.
But I mean, like, why are they pushing the signature series? And even more importantly than that,
See, here's your conspiracy and your nefarious motivation that
it's not.
CBCS did not have.
And I'll tell you what, I think when I first saw this it was I had this thought, and then I've heard other people say it since then. I even think Chris actually said something about it, and I could be wrong, but he'll let me know. I'm so terrified of saying Chris said something and giving wrong information, like, because Chris is one of those guys that he will absolutely ruin me, because he's so much smarter and very, very well thought out. But CGC announced their new Marvel trading card grading, whatever, like front page of the damn CGC website, hitting Instagram with it. When they got new turnaround times, they're blasting that everywhere. But we're going to drop this shit in a CGC forum group and keep it quiet. That way we let you know, but you got to go find it.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it didn't take any time for that to happen.
I mean, like who the hell's CGC Mike? Why, this is not, why is this being dropped here? Like, it's just, it's crazy.
It's nefarious. It's a nefarious motivation, Dustin. What? You cannot use the chat boards while signed in with your dealer account? Well, that's stupid.
Yeah,
dumb.
I don't know. The shadiness just keeps getting. You know what? I changed my mind. CGC effed up worse.
Thank you. Thank you.
I changed my mind.
Told
I
you.
mean, I mean, it just they're retracting their statement and putting it on. It's not even. We don't even know if this shit is even real at this point. Like, who the hell is CGC Mike? Does anybody know who this man is? Anybody? Raise your hand in the chat if you know who the hell CGC Mike is. Give me his phone number. We're gonna get him on here and see what his qualification. What are his I need to see some credentials out here.
So look at this. C2E2 variant drama, 211 pages, 4,300 posts. Let's see what people are saying about him. I love it. Hey, by the way, go watch my Spider-Man video. Only about 100 people have. I swear I don't. Oh, that's funny.
And the bad thing is as bad as this is, like, again, just like I said last week, a small percentage of us, that big, know and actually give a shit about this happening. CGC will continue to remain at the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
And CBCS is not doing anything but helping matters. Not doing anything but helping matters. And CGC changed their layout on their website for your checking your submissions too. I don't like it. Just throw my 2 cents in about that. But yeah, it's crazy that if we didn't have people that were on these message boards. I mean, I don't ever get on message boards, but like we wouldn't have even known this was happening.
Yeah, it's wild.
But I will tell you one thing that was good is, Comic Man Andy.
See, that's Dustin right there.
Comic Man Andy was able to cancel his submission, so he does now that they've decided they're going to green label him. He's able to not have to worry about paying to get those graded, so that was good.
Yeah,
they made good on one thing.
This is too funny. Black flag, red flag, black flag, Blackstone.
So what happens with the blue labels that are out there then? Like,
it is
they're already out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they'll probably be more valuable.
Are CGC going to put a statement out requesting that if you have those blue labels, you send them in and get the correct label? Come on, man. Come on. You guys want to see a grading catastrophe by CGC? I'm gonna email this link to our email, Nick. Hopefully it's still there.
Why don't you just open it up and you can share the screen on your end?
Because it's on my cell phone.
Okay.
It's in a text message. So
okay.
I'm going to show you guys. This is just a horrible. Now, I do need to give a little bit of context once we get this pulled up. And I will. After I shit all over it, though. Because that's how you have to do things. Shit on it first, and then you can wipe it up afterwards.
That's very weird. Won't lie. All right, I'm opening it up now. Josh, if Josh is still here, are you going to have Marco's Pizza tomorrow?
Yeah, if you guys are interested in hearing Comic Man Andy's story about the green labels and how he was able to get out of having to pay for grading on them, make sure you guys go check out Bronze Age. I think it was about like an hour in, somewhere around there. Andy jumped on and talked about that. So here we go, guys. Iron Man number 2 from 1968, 9.9 off-white to white pages. That's crazy to me anyway, like off-white to white pages with a 9.9. All right, so go to that right there. Can you zoom in on that book, please? I'm talking about zoom the hell all the way in. This is a 9.9, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Let's look up there. Look at that staple. Go to the yeah. Let's start at that top corner. Now I'm not a grader. I'm not an official grader, but if you look under Iron Man's crotch there, you see the white spots there. There is a staple tear right there, a minor staple tear. Now if you go down,
How much down? I'm just trying to make sure.
Look right there in the mid, like right there on the green. I forget the guy's name in the green, but I mean he's got all this white stuff all over him. If you go down below Iron Man, look right there over his ankle and foot. Look at all that. Like, how is this a 9.9, bro? Now go to the other corner on the bottom and scroll in, zoom in right there. Bro, there's a chip in the book. And look at that corner. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Was this one of Justin Birch's books that I put in on a pre-screen? I mean, this is incredible. That this hit a 9.9.
Ooh. This is a really nice function, though. That's bad because you can see the top left corner. That top left corner right here is bad enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and then the other, I mean, it's absolutely atrocious. Now, I will give some context here. This was graded in 2001, which was early on in CGC's grading and whatnot. But still, this is pretty bad though. Even
Yeah,
from the beginning. I mean, just those two corners. You got a chip missing on the bottom right corner, and then you have a bindery tear at the top left corner.
And there, it looks like this corner, if you zoom in right here, there's a bit of a reflection. It looks like there's some bend right there.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. And here's here's the other question I have. When CGC first started doing grading, like is this a first generation original, like the first label they ever put out? Does anybody know that? Can anybody confirm?
This looks like a newer one.
It doesn't look like the newest, but it looks like maybe like a Gen 2 label.
Yeah, it doesn't look like one of the oldest that looks like the old CBCS cases.
Now, and I could be wrong, but I've always heard that CGC on something like, that is expensive, something really big, when you get them reholdered or if it's been a while or whatever, like they'll regrade them. So I'm curious to know if this was reholdered.
It's definitely a different label.
If it was regraded.
Like there's the newer sticker, the hologram.
Yeah. Because there's no way this has been regraded. And I like I said, I checked the grader's notes because my first thought was, when the hell was this graded? And it was in 2001. So let's hope and pray that they did not regrade it since then, because if they have regraded this book during a reholdered period, where someone sent it in to get the new label and they still graded that damn thing a 9.9, CGC kiss my ass, bro. The stuff that they've told me was not a 9.8. Oh, hell no.
Well, again, grader, CGC and Heritage, they're very close.
Yeah, but this is not. This is
nefarious.
Yeah, but with Heritage, you put your own books up there.
So it's a third gen label. That seems a lot more. So, and what's up, Grail? Hope you're doing well.
But yeah, I mean,
the old labels are terrible.
With the way that book looks, maybe a 9.4.
I mean, but as old as it is, I mean, you could probably see a good 9.6. You know what I mean? Because they grade it.
So not with those corners and that staple tear and all that white crap all over the book.
I think that's just the way it was printed. I don't think that's necessary. I think that's just.
I've got books from that same time period and they look good. They don't have.
Well, I'm not saying they don't, but in this particular comic, it could be known that just the printing of it was rough. That right there kind of look. That's hard to tell.
They don't need to be taken off. They don't need to be banging Ultimate Fallout 4s and Edge of Spider-Verse 2s for color rub. That printer error that is on the back of them, and they're doing that.
Rough.
Again, it's the inconsistency, with the grading. But this was something Jeff sent me this week, and I was just like, "You got to be kidding!" I mean, look at that staple right there by Iron Man's foot at the top of the staple. You can tell there's a minor staple tear there.
Yeah. That's
And you're not
wild.
going to get that from putting the staple in the book. It's crazy. It's nonsense.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Tomfoolery.
Nosh, have a wonderful night, sir.
This is a bunch of comic book tomfoolery right here.
Well, because if I come by tomorrow to bring you these books to look at and I have Ellie with me, I may be needing to eat some Marcos. I literally, Thursday night, they were doing their show. Check out Haven Comics on Facebook and YouTube. And they were doing their show, and they're like, man, I'm going to go get Marcos down the road because that's the only thing they have up here that's worth a dang. I went and got the barbecue chicken pizza and had a wonderful time. And it made me feel like home at Haven Comics. Every Saturday, he'll buy like 4 pizzas, and he tries to force people to eat them.
I only eat the galoshes.
The chicken and onion one is from, oh, Josh, here you go. Let's see if this one looks better than that 9.9. No staple tears. Corner looks good. Now, again, this is Iron Man 55, not 2. That looks really good, though. This looks better than that one. Let's look at the back. And again, obviously, there's more to grading than just the front, but
not if it's an acetate cover. Is anybody else pissed off about the fact that they changed the soundtracks for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 when they updated them and brought out the new versions for PlayStation and Xbox? Because I was infuriated. Like, that's like the main thing about those games was like they have the best soundtracks. Why would we change them?
My wife even loved it. Dustin said, Grail Collector said, what's up? It's Jeff. First time I tuned in live.
Oh, okay. What's up, dude? Yeah, I was just showing up. Yeah. So yeah, Jeff, that's who he sent me that. Me and him sat there and went nuts about that freaking 9.9 for a minute. He's been feeding me a lot of good stuff for the shows lately.
Josh, any update on that Iron Man 1 and ASM 50 that Larry had? Yep, that one's probably been January, Christmas time. I just, I just meant to ask you about. I forgot I even own those books. Somebody commented, they're like, if you have ASM 50, my childhood note that I sent to Spider-Man's in there. I was like, oh, that's awesome. I have it. Let me go check. And it was like, oh, I sent it off.
Nope.
Everyone was pissed.
Yeah, see, I was unaware until day before yesterday. I downloaded it because it's free right now on PlayStation Plus for the month of August, and I was like, oh, cool, man, I played this when I was a kid. And after about 2 hours of playing the game and realizing once again why I hate video games, I was ready to go on a murdering spree because I hate video games. And the fact that Machine Man Kelly is now on the soundtrack, I was ready to just absolutely throw the PlayStation.
Well, it's probably so they didn't have to pay royalties to the old folks.
I don't care.
I think it's stupid. So check out what Chris just sent us.
Ooh, what did you do?
I don't know if that's something he wants to share on his own or if he wants us to share it now, but that's wild. I mean, we don't have to share it. But it does at least they're noticing at 10:30 at night.
Yeah. And see, and that's something that I wonder, like with this whole CGC thing, like how much of an impact has it made on what they're doing with that acetate, with the labels and everything?
It's got to be a big one.
Like how much impact have all the live streams, all the Instagram posts, and all that stuff made?
Yeah, I would hope they're not so stupid as to not take that stuff in.
Yeah, that 9.9 Cap 100 at Heroes that thing was legit. That one was legit, and yeah, that this Iron Man here is, whew, that's bad. I
mean, do we? Josh, I mean, I can text it to you.
Or you guys can just go to Bronze Age Nerds video he did about it and check the comments.
Well, that's like,
Hit subscribe, hit the like button.
He might want to do a video on it. He might want to be like, oh, look who, said something. I'm not trying to steal people's thunders. Here. I can text Joshua. He won't see it, just like if he. So, dude, Josh and I are so bad at communicating. I'll text him and I won't hear anything.
James said,
Yeah, for real.
Right?
Josh and I have such a hard time communicating. He messaged me on Facebook months
I don't
ago.
even know how to get a hold of you at this point. Like, I just need. It's like you need Wolf or something, so that I can just send a Wolf to you and it hits all your shit. Because
What is a wolf?
From The Office, you just link everything you have together and you send a Wolf.
Send a carrier pigeon.
You send a Wolf and it hits your email, your Facebook, your Instagram, your text message, your second email, all that.
Yeah. So I think it was Monday whenever I probably had my hardest time. But I'm been pretty responsive for the most part, other than that, I think, right?
No, I was trying to get a hold of you for like 3 days to get that payment information.
No, the only time I saw was Monday, and I was super busy. So I have new people on my team at work that I'm managing now, and I have had just an insane week.
Look at me.
But Monday, I didn't see any of it.
Don't care.
But don't worry though. Like my manga maniacs, we're good.
Yeah, I muted that whole.
I unmuted the hell out of it too, just because I knew you.
I'm not dealing with that. I'll delete the whole damn group.
I have had to listen to your hunt for
that has been muted
years,
for over a year. I muted that way long ago. Don't want to hear it.
Where's my manga maniacs? I already invite Tyler on here to talk some smack. You know what though? I'm actually a little bit hurt. Josh hasn't invited us on his new quiz show or his.
I know he made out like he was going to, and we need to get you guys on. And
nothing.
Nah, he
nothing.
He ain't gonna do it.
I've been there for every show except for the one Alan did himself. I'm just kidding. I was there for that.
I saw on Instagram today, Mark agreed and backed me up on Top Gun, greatest movie.
Look, tomorrow our entire Instagram feed after about 7:10 is going to be nothing but Dragon Ball Z for the next week. Get ready.
So horrible. So horrible.
I'm so pumped. My wife, and she's going with me, so kudos to her. But I told her, I was like, you don't have to. She said, why don't you be the weird guy in the theater alone? I said, that's what I told Justin. And Justin said, well, I'm going to be the weird guy. He goes, well, let's be honest, we're all going to be weird sitting in the theater.
I was going to say, did you not? She doesn't understand that you're all the weird guy together.
But it doesn't matter, dude, because we're literally going to be the only two human beings in this entire theater as of, an hour or two ago when I bought the tickets. I looked at every show. Not a single seat was reserved. I was like, Jesus, should I feel stupid? And I'm like, no, F this. This is the first time in my life where I've gotten to go sit down and watch one of my favorite things in the theater. Imagine, well, you did that with Jurassic Park and Mortal Kombat. Imagine if they did you've gotten to see Power Rangers in theater. So I've never got to experience
twice. I got to see the original movie in theater too.
Top Gun is the greatest movie that's happened in several decades. I mean, I'm being, crazy good.
Yeah. I'm still hard. Like it's not gone down. I've been taping it to the leg all week.
Oh my God.
It's insane.
Had to get weird.
Well, see, if you didn't live out there in Freaking Bama, when cool movies came out, you could come hang out with us and just be amongst friends in a theater watching the movies, man. That's where it's at.
Well, I go and I get up in the 21 plus section, get a drink, go sit down, my reclining chair with my free popcorn. It's not really free because it's definitely in the ticket price, but yeah.
Oh hell! Now Jeff done bought manga.
Oh shit! What'd you buy?
Is sickness just getting a hold of everybody?
No, dude, it's not a sickness. I'm telling you, it's the strangest thing. Oh, and I still have to figure out what I'm going to read next. You know what I mean?
I got my iPad charged up yesterday. I was gonna sit down and start Fantastic Four because I've read like patches of it, but I was gonna do the start at the beginning. And By the time it got charged and I had a chance to sit down, I was like, well, shit, now I have to go to bed.
Well, on September 1st, I'm kicking off whatever I read next. Logan really wants me to read Daredevil. If you would commit to reading Fantastic Four with me and actually follow through, I would do it.
I want to. I was talking to Amanda about it the other night. I'm like, I don't understand how the hell Nick is able to sit up at night and read shit and get up in the morning. Like, by the time
I'll
my
be
ass,
up till 2 o'clock in the morning.
see, I would get 2.5 hours of sleep if I did that. Like,
No,
there's no
no.
way.
And we don't get up till we get up somewhere between 6:37.
Yeah.
You know,
See, and I
Yeah.
wish, but there's no way.
If I did what you did, there's no way either.
Yeah, it just, and with Hagen
Daredevil.
having karate Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then baseball Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's like my afternoons are eat up. So,
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I remember Jeff saying that. He picked up Fantasy Quarterly 1, first Elf Quest.
There we go. Little manga action. It's pretty neat.
Dude, Jeff was telling me about some Spider-Man stuff the other day that would blow your freaking mind, and you would love it, and there's no way you would get your hands on it, though.
What do you mean?
So apparently in Mexico, Gwen Stacy never died, and the story
Whoa.
just goes on. And in those comic books, Gwen Stacy just goes on, and he was like giving me the whole spiel about it, and I was just like, wow, like Nick would love that shit.
Yeah.
It's like 'cause he was pissed when she died.
Hell yeah. Dude, look at this. Look at this comic. They gave Gwen Stacy a donk. Donkey donk. Uh-oh. Is that 180? That I don't know what that is.
And apparently, like the numbers don't match up extremely well with. He said so. Basically, he was saying that Goblin still, the whole thing happened and she was still hurt, but she didn't die.
Interesting. I should read that.
Yeah, if you could find a way to get it, in translation.
Hey, I could, I was very fluent in Spanish. It would take a little bit to pick up again, but I bet you I could do it. I could at least look at the photos and understand somewhat what's going on.
Is that one you was telling me about the other day, Jeff? That you missed out on that high grade copy and it haunts your dreams every night when you lay down? It's actually called The Ass Issue. No, that's not the one he was talking about. He was telling me about another one.
He said the one I just showed, this was it.
Yeah, I know, but there was another one he was talking about the other day that I don't remember the name, but I probably wouldn't say it over the air if I did because I don't want my man to have any competition out there. Oh, Lord, look who popped in. He took a break from his chess games.
Apparently, chess is a big deal on Twitter. I heard a podcast talk, or not Twitter, Twitch. I'm still teaching myself how to play. It's been slower.
Perry Gaming. We got Perry Reacts. We got Perry Comics, where he does movie reviews and reactions. My man's trying to capitalize in every area of the game.
Whoa, crap. What was that issue I just had? Was it 150, 180?
180.
180. Cool.
Yeah, this stuff right here though is crazy rare and stupid expensive.
670, 2K.
Those aren't accurate.
No.
I bet there's not even one on there if you hit eBay.
No, there's not. Interesting, guys. That's pretty cool. I mean, I think it's a really neat cover, but
Perry, I've just been playing Tony Hawk, bro. Been being pissed off about it too. We got home from karate. I came straight up here and started playing again. My wife was just laughing. She was like, "You're ridiculous." I was like, "Hey," I've only got it for a couple more days for free.
I had no idea this was even a thing. Now I'm very frustrated.
Jose Luis Duran is the artist. Oh, yep, there it is right there. Yeah, you'll probably have a hard time finding that, dude. And if you do find one, it's going to cost you your ASM 1 money to get it.
That's wild to me.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. Free shipping.
4.0. How much is it? Oh, $37.50. There you go.
But it's not there on eBay, so I guess it's probably sold.
There's a marriage cover that's like the most expensive one he was saying.
This one? Or that one?
Can't see anything you're doing, dude.
Oh, my bad, guys. I didn't realize it opened up a thing. This one?
Yeah, we know, Chris. You do. All I see is an ASM 14. El sorprendente hombre arana.
I'm trying to see.
Chris out here got people hunting in South America for his books.
You know what's crazy is, so I work with a lot of folks from Brazil, and
All
one
you
of the
need to see
gentlemen.
if they can find these Brazilian Mortal Kombat 4 books. That there's a whole series that's in Brazil, and I can't find them nowhere.
So they all relocated up here to work in Huntsville, and one of these guys I was talking to, he found out I was into comic books, and I don't tell a lot of people at all because I like my personal space.
I used to not, and then I found out I was working on a job site with a guy for like 6 months, whose dad had collected Spider-Man and Hulk from the very beginning and had the whole runs. And his dad passed away, and his mom was trying to sell them. And if I had met this guy, and if I had said, well, I'd known him the whole time, but if I had said something 6 months before, I could have had first dibs on them. But she ended up selling them on some kind of an auction site instead. So
Yeah.
now I tell every damn body. I see a dude in the gas station. What's up, bro? I like comic books. And they're like, okay, do you need us to find your mommy? Like,
So it's funny, but so again,
he
I
said there's a
don't
bunch
want
of
people.
German edition fakes. Don't buy those.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming that yellow cover is it, but those are reprints.
Yeah. But anyway, so he was talking to me and he's like, dude, I had so many comic books, but whenever he relocated, he couldn't bring them all. So he had to leave them all in Brazil because of how expensive it was to bring them. Every single one of his comic
You
books.
should be like, bro, I will ship them over here on my dime if you let me have half. And I get to pick which half.
No. I felt so bad for the guy because he's like, these were, books I collected, all
But where
throughout
did he
my whole
leave
life.
them? Did he leave them with, I mean, they're not like
He
gone
didn't go
forever,
into
right?
it. He didn't go into it. He didn't go into it.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know much about the living conditions, but I know every single person that came up from Brazil, they were all very happy to not be there anymore. This is super cool, though. I didn't even know this was really a big. I knew Mexican comic books existed, but I had never.
Not knowing that the story was altered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Peter's actually happy in their version.
Probably.
Yeah, that's what it was. The La Prensa. That's what he was saying. Yeah. Yeah, and you'll see some of those actually say La Prensa on them. If you go down, I saw one.
Yeah. This is wild that there's not a single sold listing for this book coming up.
All right, Chris. I'm gonna holler at you and Lawrence next week, man. See if we can get together on something, man.
I love it.
Is Spider-Man still in New York and Mexico Comics? I would assume so, but
Good question. Maybe he's in Mexico City. That is a booty cover. That's cool.
there you go, Nick. Just buy that, dude.
That is
And just be happy with it.
Did Jack Kirby do the cover?
Mm-hmm.
Did not know that.
Dude, if it's anything of massive importance, Jack Kirby did it. That's the rule.
Until he didn't.
There's a reason why he is the king.
Interesting. Cool. Well, I'm glad I learned something today.
First time for everything.
Yep. Anywho, anything else you guys want to chat about, or do we want to call it a night? It's been a good 2 hours and 10 minutes and 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We can talk about how excited I am for Dragon Ball Super. We can watch that trailer.
Doesn't look like I'm working Monday, so there's anything cool we can do Monday, Jeff, hit me up, let me know, dude.
Next week I will be at the beach.
We just hit the oh no, we're out of work stage. So
Again for the second time this year.
I've yet to be completely out of work since I got back with him. We've had times where, waiting on material to come in, so like we might not be able to work this day, but like right now we have every job we've had is finished and we have nothing else going on right this second. So
Yikes.
yeah.
You should jump
But
on
it's
Whatnot.
okay because I'm sitting on like a couple $1,000s worth of books that I invested in to press, clean, slab, and sell, and their GPAs are in the shitter, so everything's going great.
It's that Parker luck.
Telling you guys, I'm sorry I ruined the comic book market. That's all on me. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, I thought Ditko did the ASM1 cover too, but it listed there in Spanish that it was him.
Mr. Kirby did them all. I believe he did all the big Marvel #1s. He did Cap, he did Hulk, he did Fantastic Four, he did Spidey, he did Avengers, I believe. He did. If it is, I was kidding, but being dead ass serious. If it is of massive importance, rest assured, my man Jack Kirby did it.
Yeah, he did it.
Again, they don't call him the king for shits and giggles.
Bam, 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 bam.
I heard somebody say the other day, it's all shits and giggles until somebody giggles and shits. I had never heard that. I started laughing so damn hard. Oh, man. I got a couple slabs of mine, my personal slabs that I want to crack and press and clean because they are clearly never, ever been done. But I'm doing the slab hub next Saturday, so I was waiting until after that. But that Fantastic 425 that I grabbed last year, and I do remember when I bought that saying that I thought that was a book that was extremely undervalued for what it is, being that it is the first solo battle between Hulk and the Thing, and it is a badass cover. And I set a GPA high on a 2.5, and yeah, I mean, that one is actually still going for more now than what I paid for it, but I was glad I grabbed that one. I did.
Are you?
Yep.
That is a positive thing.
Jeff said you can tell Ditko Spidey because he didn't put the spider on the chest. I guess maybe a little lower. I got a 9.6 book. Think it could be pressed on 9.8. Any recommendations on how to do so without losing the signature verification through CGC? The only way you can do that is to send it to their wretched ass CCS pressing company, and in 5 years you'll get to see what happened, because it will probably take that long for them to get it cracked, run it through a press for about 18 seconds, and send it straight to the graders.
So he said on Ditko covers, right? He wouldn't put it at all. Let's see. So I'm going through all the cover browsers, and I don't know if Jack did these or what, but I mean, there's a spider Spider.
Well, like that Spider-Man 8, or no, go back up. That one.
4?
No, 5. There's no
Okay.
Spidey. Yeah, I mean just the way he's standing.
I'm not seeing one without a spider
The one
cover.
with Mysterio, he doesn't have it.
Where?
The one with Mysterio, the first appearance of Mysterio there.
Well, I think that's just because the way it is, unless he always puts it that way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know. There's number 18, number 19. I love that cover. 819.
The crotch light, they need to bring that back. And you know what's crazy is I don't know why,
What?
but they
23, 24.
you know what's crazy to me is that early on in the comic books, he would use his web to make umbrellas and parachutes and just stupid stuff.
Hold on a second. An umbrella out of a spider web with holes in it.
Well, he would make a parachute too. Like I'm just like he would make random stuff. It may not have been a specific umbrella, but like he would literally make all kind of really.
You know what Captain America did? He just beat
Nope.
ass all over the place. Whooped ass all over.
He also was F&Bs according to She-Hulk. By the way, did you know Wolverine has been confirmed in the MCU?
No, because I'm not giving that show any more of my time. I don't have the interest.
The second episode really wasn't that good at all.
Was it?
It was not. No. So here is.
I mean, I wanted to like get in when we saw the trailer. I mean, I was jacked about it, but I don't have the interest. I think I don't know. Just the shows in general, like it's hit or miss for me.
Yeah, and like it was fine, but it's just
like WandaVision.
It's trying to be more interesting or more intelligent than I think it really is. It's like we're gonna throw out these. Where do you like? There was a moment where she was talking about being called She-Hulk, and I'm like, really, Marvel? You're gonna crap on your own like IP's name?
Well,
like
what the hell does she want to be called?
She didn't. It was just this whole thing. It was
Oh.
like they were trying to acknowledge the fact that maybe She-Hulk is a like a sexist name or something. Is kind of what it felt like, which was very weird. Because if that's the case, then why even call it She-Hulk? It was like very strange. But anyway, so this was a screenshot. Are you
gonna call her the Hulk? Oh wait, that one's taken.
I don't know. I don't know, man. But if you look right here, this was on like a computer screen. But it says man fights with metal claw.
He said he just did a smaller spider.
Oh, okay, cool. And no, I've not read about a Spider-Man sidekick. Did not know he had one. Unless you're talking about like the Toad or something from that one series. So man fights with metal claws in bar, and then why there's a giant statue of a man sticking out of the ocean. Oh, cool. Iron Man 3's dude. That's a cool looking shoe. But yeah, so man fights with metal claws in bar brawl, i.e. Wolverine.
Okay.
Confirmdo, Mundo.
Well, I don't think Hulk 181s have spiked today that I've noticed anyway.
No.
Believe me, I've been looking every day.
No. I think everything's going to be chill.
I don't even have that book on my wall anymore. That's how like ready to get rid of that book I am.
It's wild, dude.
I need that money in the bank account, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, James, that was in the show, apparently.
Yep, that was in the show.
I still hate whoever put that whole thing out about Wolverine's face just being two Batman kissing. Like I don't even see Wolverine's face anymore. Look, just click on that picture. That one picture right there.
No, I know. But this is the
yeah, I mean like I can't see anything else. Literally ruined Wolverine permanently. Click on that one with the tan background right there.
Right here?
Nope.
Well, that's tan.
Down. Yeah, click on the one by itself. Oh, well, yeah, that's good enough. You can see it. Yeah, I mean, damn it, man.
I love it.
I don't know who the asshole was that pointed that out, but
There were some funny She-Hulk memes that have been coming out. I'm trying to see what they were. There was one about her relationships with everyone, which I think they should totally go for. She-Hulk gets around, including her own cousin. I'm trying to see if there was one. I do like her as an actor. I think she's a really solid actor. I do think she's funny when the writers let her be her.
I don't know, dude. I saw it I saw it making rounds last year on Instagram and Facebook, and I saw that and I was like, damn it. How can you ever see anything else now?
Oh my god. I can cause earthquakes just by walking. We can't get drunk. Yeah. That's bad, dude. I do hate the fact that they are definitely quote unquote nerfing Hulk.
I mean, they've turned him into a comedic act at this point. And what sucks is like early on, Hulk did things that were funny and made you laugh, but he was still being Hulk about it. Like the whole damn stairs thing.
Yeah.
You know, he's beating the shit out of everything. He's mad about the stairs, but he's still being Hulk. When he picked Loki up and just slammed his ass back and forth, looked at him and slammed him again, puny god. It was hilarious. But he was still being
Yeah.
Hulk. Like
these are actually some pretty funny memes. I don't know anything about this website. It's like 2008, 2022. Spandex is your best friend in Homelander.
oh, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is supposed to be on that show now.
Yeah, you should try watching it. Like,
I tried. I didn't like it.
It's. I tried again, and I finally finished it. That one's funny right there because it breaks the fourth wall. Me eats green vegetables all day, poop the next day. Oh, you think you look strong? You're just a cheap knockoff. Boom.
Yeah, then she gets up and literally does everything just as good or better than him for the rest of that scene.
You sure these two are the same?
Yeah, not even.
Okay, that's funny. I need to screenshot that one and post it on Instagram. Wow, I love it.
What was the deal with the fast food restaurant comic book that you apparently sent everyone on a freaking
Oh, these people.
All right. I didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't know what the hell this is or why everybody's going nuts, but well, you had everybody pissed off. Well, way to go, Nick. You succeeded again.
Okay. So Jack in the Box puts out this
all your stupid stuff you post gets all this love, and then like I post pictures of like, look at this book before I worked on it and afterwards, and I'm so proud. It looks so good, and everybody's like, oh, like 6 of us give a shit. Where's Nick's stuff that makes everybody get mad again?
So well, that's how I feel about the comic book content or the YouTube content. It's like, okay, you do a CGC video of, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's literally just pulling stuff out of a box. It's fine. It's exciting. I enjoy it. But then I post this really heartfelt 4-hour, 5-hour long edit of me doing a top 10 list that people have been asking for. Or, hey, I have done something that probably like a half of a third of a percentage point of people in the world can say they've done. And it's like 200 views, 130 views. Like, it's like, okay, YouTube. But you know what's crazy is like you have these massive channels, you know, that have millions of subscribers. And I went and looked. Some of their videos recently are only getting 400 views.
I think right now there's just a general lack of interest in actual comic book content. I mean, look at our live stream.
Yeah.
We've lost well over half of the viewers since we stopped talking about all the bullshit that's going on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, hell, when's the last time you saw like a majority of people talking about like a certain story arc or comic that's going on that everybody's like into or excited about? You know, like the House and Powers of X and 10 when that came out. Like it was just like everywhere, everybody talking about it. You know, with the whole the Venom thing with the
Yeah.
whole King in Black thing, like where people are just everybody's talking about it, everybody's excited. There's not been anything that I can think of in a minute that has been in comics that has gotten people excited and intrigued and talking. And so I don't know. I think there's just been a lack of interest in that kind of stuff for a while now. Just from what I've seen on our channel in general.
Well, and again, it's also YouTube Shorts, TikToks.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing, man. That's what they're pushing.
Not to say that there aren't people out there that are interested,
Yeah.
but just overall, it's definitely the numbers aren't there anyway. But I mean, again, I can't think of the last thing that I remember seeing, an overall excitement about as far as something going on in the comics themselves. If it's not something that people are enraged about or something that we can talk shit about or whatever, it's just not really being talked about.
Yeah, it's interesting. All right, back to the crap talking.
See?
So Mark Hamill and Jack in the Box put out this comic. Jack in the Box puts out a thing. Hey, you can get a free comic book. And
I genuinely dislike that human being.
I do too, and everybody does. Like a lot of people do. But I was like, okay, cool. I'll order one. We'll see. I ordered one. Now, people were literally getting pissed because Jack in the Box started canceling orders, and it was all over Facebook and YouTube or Instagram, and they were showing screenshots. 12 copies placed, 20 copies placed. Some guy was like, "I placed an order for 500," and I'm like, "You dumbasses really think they were about to send your ass 500
copies for?"
Dude, I don't. Who knows? Because that's where we're at. We're gonna.
This is a comic book from a fast food restaurant.
Yes, for free. Like no shipping, no nothing. They're just doing it for free. And so they started canceling all these multiple orders. And some people, and like, I get it. Some people are like, look, I ordered 2 or 3 and I was going to give one to my kid or one to my brother, like whatever. Like, I get it. But at the same time, it was a free comic book and people were pissed and they're like showing screenshots where they ordered 12. And so I get on there and I'm loving this, right? Because I'm like, this is what you douche canoes get for trying to take it. It is taking advantage of it just so you can try to flip a free comic book, that might sell for 10, 15 bucks. Like, how desperate of a human being are you? And you're going to get pissed about it because they canceled it. And the retort was, well, they allowed us to do it, so they should have put a limit on it. Well, guess what? They just limited your ass by canceling it.
Didn't everybody just get pissed off about this happening at C2E2 though?
Yeah, but it's, dude. But that's so I posted this, and people were.
I'm sure there was like an actual. I'm sure that there was like a print run limit of some sort. Not that I'm saying they limited the amount you could buy, but yeah. I'm sure there was some sort of a agreed upon print run with Jack in the Box and whoever was printing it. So they probably didn't have enough if people were ordering that many.
Exactly, right? So they're like, okay, we're just going to start canceling. And you can go download it for free and read it right now off their thing. But this is what I posted. I said, I love that Jack in the Box canceling orders where people ordered more than one. It was a free comic, and you all seriously thought that trying to order 10, 12, or even 500 was going to get sent. And I put this everything wrong with certain aspects of the comic community. And then, it did come to find out that some people were having the orders of one being canceled, which is, sucky. I don't know why, whatever. I'm not defending Jack in the Box. I really don't care.
You order them, you don't get them like at Jack in the Box.
No, it was an online thing. You just place an order, and mine hasn't been canceled yet. So who knows if it actually will or will not.
How many
or
did
whatever.
You order, you sorry sack of shit?
Huh?
How many did you order?
One. Mine has not been canceled because I'm not a terrible human being. Again, it's not.
When I get there next time and let you guys know.
I'll show you the order. Let me open it up.
I don't give a damn. I really don't.
Here we go.
You could have 700 of them. I don't give a damn.
Maybe it'll. But nothing's been sent yet. So there it is. One. But it's just stupid. It's like it's a free comic book, and you guys are going to really get pissed off about this and go and ranting and raving, and then just show that you're being a douche canoe that you ordered 500 copies. Get out of here. But yeah, apparently this took off. Quite a few people liked it, and 25 people sent it, shared it. So I'm assuming they were like talking crap about us. It's like, oh, look what Nick posted.
Oh, it wasn't. Look what Nick posted. Everybody, I'm sure, said, "Look what Dustin posted." That's
I don't
the
know. I made
general
it pretty clear
consensus
lately.
that I have grabbed from everywhere is that anytime some bullshit gets popped up, that that was me. Like, no, it was not.
Oh man.
See, mm-mm.
I wonder if Beta Ray Jim's live tonight. Maybe we should
I
hop
love
on and
that
buy some
Captain
comic
America
books.
panel you posted.
Isn't that nice? I love
Dude, I
that.
want that shit in like a humongous poster.
Yeah.
Definitely something to live by, especially right now.
Well, that's what kind of it sunk in with me because literally it was like, it doesn't matter what anybody or whoever says, or it's like it's just really a solid
Mm-hmm.
solid statement.
By the way, F. Ezra Miller. I know we talked about it last week, but we haven't forgot. F. Ezra Miller.
That's right. You always order just one. I'm trying to think if there's anything else controversial that happened this week. I rewatched
Bill
ASM.
Brown was not a fan of your take on that. He asked. He sent a message to you and was like, "I don't think. Have you lost your mind?"
I haven't read anything.
Somebody else said, "Did you read the same Spider-Man books I did?"
Steve. Good Lord. Probably. They probably just sent them all there. But I will tell you guys, like, after reading Spider-Man, it has changed my opinion on who I thought was a good Spider-Man and who wasn't. And I will tell you, these two right here, and I'm not saying the movies were the best. The villains were crappy. I think they did a good job with Lizard, if I'm being candid.
She's
But
so
like,
smoking hot. I mean, just
literally the chemistry between these two, the accuracy, Garfield was cracking jokes the whole time. He was hilarious. The way he moved was fantastic. I felt like his look was there, and he was a little bit
Emma
older,
Stone was just smoking hot. I mean,
and
especially in Blonde.
and she's fantastic. Really, just God, what an amazing combination. And Tobey Maguire was fine, and Tom Holland is just honestly, this whole new MCU
I
Spider-Man
hate Tom Holland.
I rewatched it after this, and I'm like, do I really hate this new MCU Spider-Verse? Yeah, it's terrible. Like, they turn Ned Leeds into this little weird bitch. Mary Jane's not actually Mary Jane. Tom Holland is, a good look, but they don't allow him to be quippy or humorous. I want a Spider-Man that's going to show up to his first fight with Kingpin and call him a fatso or something. Or just walk up to me like, you're a fat. Because that's how he was in comics. That was the whole thing was like, hey, Tubby. And then Kingpin's like, no, it's all muscle, blah, 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 blah. But they'll never do that kind of stuff. And I felt like when these movies were created in 2011, 2014, they were still allowed to be funny and humorous, and they weren't necessarily worried about offending people. And then Tobey
Well, I mean, there's
Maguire's,
been like a humongous. There was a humongous fit thrown to get Amazing Spider-Man 3 after they did the last movie. I mean, people wanted to see it.
I want him back, and I wish she could come back. I think she's a little, I don't know, anything about her, what she's doing recently, but I'm telling you, back. I mean, literally,
She
the
probably looks
best thing I've seen.
fantastic on whatever it is. I mean,
So, but yeah, literally after reading all of Spider-Man, I have concluded, and I rewatched Toby's not too long ago. And I get it, James, why people like Toby. And I think he was just a little more awkward, and I guess Spider-Man was, or Peter Parker's awkward, but to me, there was something about Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone that made me feel like nostalgic for whenever I was reading the first 130 issues of Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And I don't know how to describe that to anybody, but I'm telling you, I genuinely.
and I do believe, and I may be wrong, but I don't think I am, that this is the first appearance of Deegan agreeing with anything he has seen on our Instagram ever.
Probably. Let's look at the comments here. And I should probably do a better job of liking these, but like I'm worried that sometimes somebody's going to post something that's going to be controversial, and if I accidentally like it, people are going to be like, "Oh my god, you guys are, some type of ist, whatever they're going to call us." I'm a fan of the movies, Lifelong Spider-Man, Christopher Daniel Barnes. Okay, I meant live action, not specifically. If you don't know, he's the one that did the voice for the '90s Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Facts. Have you you read the same Spider-Man comics I have? Indeed. I love TJ so much.
Yeah, he's always got something good.
Yeah, and he understands what I'm doing, right? He knows that I'm not. I mean, I am trying to start some stuff, but I'm not like gonna die on my grave about it, or like doing it from an ill will, unless it's Gore the God Butcher. Hot stuff. Geek Aficionado had a really solid take on this. And again, for me, I'm not talking about the movies were specifically the best. I'm just strictly saying Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy, those two were the best. I wish these two were placed in the Tobey Maguire world and had that storyline. I think it would have done much better. 100%. Comic Vet, Truth, agreed. See, look, I
That's
love.
Jeff, old school Grail collector.
Okay, right on. See, like, and see, nobody shared this one, so that means that it wasn't controversial enough.
I wonder if anybody shared my Hold My Beer. I don't
Let's
even know how
see.
to check that stuff.
You just click View Insights.
Mm.
24 people.
Look at there.
Now, a lot of people shared our Whatnot stuff. It was like close to 200. This is the dumbest thing in comic books right now. And this was funny. Skeff did put, well, you have heard of me. But yeah, like that was just stupid. And now they're going to make her and Chasm the new big event.
I hate that the meme I made of you stirring the pot didn't get as many likes as the one you made of me. I think it was just the time of day I posted it, but
who knows? Oh, and now in Spider-Man, they're giving him an emoticon suit with spider eggs as a tool. How fun is that, guys?
What is emoticons?
Let me show you.
There's all the books that I have for sale. If you see anything you like, what's up? Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I got another, since these Mandalorian books are doing so well, I have another really cool Virgin Boba Fett Mandalorian cover that's getting graded right now that'll probably hit a 9.8, and then I'll have 3 that won't sell. When is the next Mandalorian show coming out? Because damn it.
Telling you, Star Wars is not a good thing to spec on.
Well, I didn't really consider it a spec because it was the Mandalorian guys, and I mean they're just always like the coolest characters. So, but I guess Mike Mayhew kind of messed up a lot of things with that book with his his fit he threw.
Mm-hmm.
I've got those Miles books on a good deal too, because those 2 that you can see there go for like $100 a piece.
Here we go.
And then I had the Delado in there with all 3 of them. I think I had like 175 shipped.
Yeah. Let's go to the Bleeding Fool. I mean, it's not really Bleeding Fool. It's Bleeding Cool, but close enough. So this is what they're doing with Spider-Man now. And I have not read it, so I can't technically say I read every ASM because it came out just this week. But yeah, spider egg bombs. How cool. How cool.
So he's the Green Goblin now. He's got a glider and bombs.
This is Norman Osborn's redemption arc. They're coming out with a Gold Goblin next, which is going to be his major redemption arc. And yeah, so he got a new suit designed. And look how fun. Emoticons.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah. How fun.
What is the deal with the Osborn's damn hair? Like they always got like these like cornrow looking hair.
It's the waves, dude. And it's been that way since
I know. I've always like what why was that the choice?
I have no clue. Like and I don't know if it's because wasn't Stanley was
the animated series, it's that way too. Like
yeah, one of them
has like red. I think Harry has like red cornrow looking hair.
Let's Google it. Why do the Osborns have waves?
And you almost never see them wearing a do-rag. So it's like, is it that natural?
Oh, so awkward. Remember that moment? That's Norman and Gwen Stacy getting it on.
Oh, okay, so it was just a way to depict highlights in the black hair. Okay.
Mm.
All right. Well,
Well, that's
learn something new.
that's
Look at
not
there.
fun.
Nope.
All right, thoughts, questions, opinions.
No, you keep those to yourselves.
Go watch this video. I read them all. Oh my god, that was funny.
Somebody left us a really pretty comment on that video.
I saw. Are you butthurt? If you're a grown man and the first thing you start off with is "Are you butthurt?" I can't take you serious, anyways, bro.
I'm sure you saw my comment. I'm sure you deleted it, but
No, you were like, "I appreciate your 2 cents."
yeah.
Nah, I thought it was fine. You were not being a butthead, but you kind of were, and I think it worked out. I'm trying to see.
Ooh, I cannot wait to see CGC deny and reject my Kung Lao and Baraka book
Why would they?
because they're some bitches.
Oh, at a 9.8.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I didn't send the Katana and Melina because I haven't decided if I really think it's got a chance yet. But dude, I'm so excited for your bone.
Is it going to be bone-tacular?
Dude, I ran it. I hit it again because there was one spot that I noticed, and I was like, I kind of want to work on this one corner just a little bit more. But yeah, I cannot wait. It's going to be 9.4, 9.6 guaranteed. But I think it's got a shot at a 9.8. Only reason why I say 9.4, 9.6 is because CGC is on some bullish right now. But
so which bone? And this is a second print, first.
yeah,
number
second.
one.
It's the number one second print signed
Yeah.
by Jeff Smith, and it was a CBCS. There's multiple pictures there.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, you just got to scroll through them. So see that corner? Go back. No. See that corner? Dude, what in the hell are you doing right there?
You're so slow. I'm already there, and then you're like that corner, and then I'm on to the next one.
Then it's delayed. So that corner right there had those 2 creases right there.
Yeah.
And that big one was still just a small, faint smidge of a line. So I hit it again, but it was an 8.0 verified CBCS signature. And Nick decided that, whatever, he didn't care that, needing the verified signature on it, he's keeping it. And he'll still have the label as proof, but
yeah.
I saw the book and I was like, dude, this book has a shot. Like, it doesn't have a color break anywhere on it. Nothing. The corners are beautiful, and I thought it had a really good shot at hitting a 9.8. So if it hits a 9.8,
dude,
I'm pumped.
$13,000 for 9.8. That's what I'm talking about. That's a comic book that really should go down as one of like the best independent. I mean, I know TMNT was kind of one of the big deals, if not the biggest deal, but Bone did something special.
Thank you for fixing your statement there.
The
indie book.
Yep, here it was.
Books that started it all. Yep. So it definitely ain't gonna be in the 8s. It's gonna be high 9s. That damn book better hit a 9.8 right there.
This was one of our OG
that was
designs. God, that takes me back.
Oh, Jeff said there is not a 9.8 second print on the census, so that's good.
Hey,
if I could bump an 8.0 to the first 9.8, bro, that'd be sweet. I mean, after the shit I pulled off with Justin's books, it's a possibility. I mean, I got that book of Justin's. That damn thing was like a friggin' 7.5, and I got it to a 9.6 for him. So that thing was horrible. Oh, that Submariner. I just did that one just because I love that book, and I got an awesome deal on it. I don't know if I'm gonna send it in to be graded or not yet, but that is probably my favorite Submariner book. There's a lot of really cool stuff that happens in that.
Yeah.
It's the first Savage Submariner title. It's the costume change. He wages
Yep.
war on the surface. All kind of shit goes on in that one, man.
I hate whenever they just take something and be so derivative with it. Face it, Tiger, I'm the boss.
Yeah.
No, Tiger
The
is something
Woman of
reserved
Power
for Peter
variant.
Parker.
Come on, Nick.
What?
It's the Women of Power variant.
Oh, well, I don't care about that. I just care about
Yeah.
the stupidity of, the whole Tiger thing, man. That's reserved for Peter Parker. Should be. This is my favorite thing ever. And everybody tried to be like, oh, no, she didn't want to hurt the cousin. Like, dude, she was a Hulk, so she's not going to hurt her. He's not going to hurt her. Two,
Well, how can he hurt her? She's the upgrade. Remember, she even said it. And she's better than him. She said that too. Come on. Now.
And he weighs like 1,500 pounds. He would crush that car because he didn't just like barely hold on to it. He fell on it. It was a hit.
That truck would not have moved him.
No.
Steve, our you can see right there, the number 2 Brothers Comics. That's us.
Boom. I would share the link, but I can't from Melon. And we're a little bit controversial, but it's fun. We take it with a grain of salt and just to be funny.
So Jeff said no blue 9/8s. There's 198 yellow, 198 green.
So it won't come back blue.
No, it'll come back green, but still, there's 2 9/8s. Period. That's pretty cool.
It. I'm so pumped about this. Ooh, DC Comics is apparently being audited. Their comics. What?
Oh, the good news just keeps coming for those guys, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, DC
on the front cover. It's on the front cover.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. But yeah, so apparently
you can get a blue label, but
apparently, not Warner Brothers, Discovery's coming in. So it's right here at the bottom right. Discovery has asked DC to provide all of their finances for comic books, what's selling, what's not, how much the costs are, and they're really digging in deep. I mean, it could be, and again, these are all just rumors, but apparently, like Discovery
I think that they need to just cool their jets because bisexual Batman is about to save everything and turn it all around.
Dude, I don't know I genuinely it could be really bad for DC because Discovery just doesn't care. They're trying to make money. They're trying to make profit. And then I don't think they're coming from it from this nefarious motive of.
And that's what they need right now. I mean,
that's exactly what they need. They need people to come in that want to make money, produce good products. So
yeah, because how do you make money? You put out good shit.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. It is wild.
Unless you're Disney Plus. Then you just put out shit. But
oh Lord, this right here is gonna make good money tomorrow.
Ugh, gross. Ugh.
James is like F Discovery. Yeah, I'm not saying it's fun what they're doing, but I mean, if the stuff is losing money and they're trying to turn it around to make money,
tell you this, James, we still got the Batman. All right, so let's just hold on to that small victory and know that we're getting the Batman number 2. We can be happy about that, James. We can go to sleep at night and we can hold that very close to us and be very happy about it.
Yeah, I truly wonder what will happen with DC though. The comics side of it, if they'll
heard people saying something about they thought Todd McFarlane would buy them.
He doesn't have that kind of money. He's money, but he's not buying.
Like unless DC decided to sell off the comic book stuff, which I don't know how you could do that, and the IPs and like how that would work.
Well, if anything, they would just outsource the publishing to somebody like Todd instead of them selling it outright. They're never going to sell the IP, but they could say
Todd's kind of detached right now, though. So
he's focused on his toys. That's expanding. Yeah. But if he brought it in house at Image, he could have Kirkman, which
I was going to say let Kirkman handle it or something. I mean,
yeah. Well, it's just like what they're doing with Transformers, and then what Marvel did with IDW, trying to outsource some of that to them, and obviously that failed. But they are, DC Comics, man. The sales are not as strong as what they should be unless it's a Batman book. And this isn't me just creating a false narrative. This is directly from like Josh was talking about it.
Liu Kang original art from the animated series.
Earlier this week, about how like DC Comics literally doesn't sell anything. It's wild.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They may be making it up in taxes. Taxes are just like they did with the Batgirl. I mean, I operate a business at a loss for my tax purposes, and I'm still paying out the wazoo. Oh.
Yeah, I'm a loss every year.
Oh, that would have been cool. DC almost sold Marvel. That would have been interesting. All right. Well, I think let's call it. I have to. So cool. I love that movie. What is this? Oh, Mind Shift. Does he ever post anymore, Dustin?
Who?
Mind Shift. Comics on the Mind? Kirk?
Oh, Kirk.
Yeah, he's just never in our feed ever.
So Steve's trying to buy your Bone book. My man has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 first prints, dude.
Steve.
He just hit us up on Instagram.
Let's see. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, we have. Oh, let's not do that. Let's not share our messages.
All right, James. Yeah, we're about to roll out too, man.
Hey, Steve, I'll look at the message. It might be tomorrow before I look at it. Hey, we are
that Bone book though.
Huh?
I said you can't sell that Bone book though.
That is true.
It was almost a birthday present, and then
yeah, that one is kind of a special book because Bone was really the first.
Worked on it for you out of the goodness of my heart because of what it is.
True.
And
that is true, and that is Bone is the first comic book I ever read.
He's got 8 of them. Jesus. He's got like 3 or 4 graded and a bunch of raws. Wow, that's impressive, Steve.
Absolutely.
If you had the choice of a first print Bone #1 and a 9.8, or a comparable priced ASM 1, which would obviously be a lower condition, what would you pick?
I'd probably go with the ASM 1 because I already have the Bone 1 first print or the second print. That's good enough for me. Like if there was I would be good with the golden record. So
yeah, those are out there, man. Yeah, I didn't know what those were, Steve. I figured Nick would probably. Yeah. I assume it's like some kind of like his actual first appearance or something like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
No time.
Yeah, dude, that's the book you want to have.
Yeah, I figured you'd know what it was.
That's amazing, dude. Truly amazing.
He's got a couple of them.
I am super duper jealous.
See, he's trying to sell you books, and now he's trying to buy your book, and you're sitting here like, nah, I need you to sell me one of these, man.
I don't know if I could hold on. I don't know if I could be priced into one of those. That's amazing. Let me see. I know F Netflix. He also broke Jeff Smith's heart. Jeff Smith posted his little.
I was gonna let Hagen watch that.
Hurt my feelings. Okay, so I was making sure I was right. So Thorn was a comic strip created by Jeff Smith during his college years for Ohio State University newspaper. It ran in the newspapers from 82 to 86.
Wow.
And I don't know if this is like a collection of those.
Shit, dude.
Huh?
Bet that shit is heavy.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if his books he has is the actual magazine from the newspaper, if it's just a collection of it. But yeah, I knew that Bone was originally yeah. It's amazing what a little goofy character like that has done. Okay, so 1,000 print or less, yeah. Man, that's awesome. Is this no, this ain't real. Hold
When
on.
you see a price so damn high, you know it's fake.
It says 8.5 from Heritage Auction, August 26, 2021. And it says get one of these, make offer to owner 100. Oh, okay, I did misread it. I thought it said 171,000. It's 17,100, but still. It's sold on Heritage. You know that's expensive.
Mm-hmm. Wow, 1,000 print or less, and he collected almost all the strips.
Well, the book collected almost all of them, is what he's saying.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Somebody,
Dude, just hit Jeff Smith up and ask him if he's got anything he can throw you.
God, somebody offered $45,000 on this book, November 10.
And how many does Steve have sitting there?
3, and they're not graded. It cost a fortune to get it graded.
Wee.
He'd probably have to sell one to pay for the
Bro,
grading.
you gotta slip him in on that. Slip him in on that modern pre-screen, bro. They ain't gonna know.
Or they might send it
All
to
these
some
new kids in there don't know what they're doing.
Let me see if I can find GPA on this. Dude, that's amazing.
They went to camera again.
It's like somebody who's like, look, I have 3 AF-15s. Basically what he just did.
He said 9s for sure.
Jesus.
That's nasty.
All right, I'm looking up at the sales data here. No sales data. None. All right, let's go back. No live listings. There's a couple that have sold on Heritage, but it says you have to sign in to see the data.
You know, there's probably one sitting in a dollar bin box somewhere on the planet.
That's wild, dude. Let me see if I can find one in. Well, if it was not on GPA, it's not going to be on eBay. Let's see.
Wow, it's only 12:30. I was sure thinking that it was at least like 2 o'clock.
See, this was when I was looking at 8.5. Let's just join and see what this sold for. I don't want to join. I don't need another. If anybody is on Heritage, good Lord.
Look up this Tales from the Lantern.
That's what this is. Thorn Tales from the Lantern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, look, $45,000 was offered.
I'm waiting for Jeff to tell me because I know he's probably signing in right now. Oh, he said he knows where one's at. It's probably in his damn basement.
The 9.8 doesn't show in the census, really. Interesting.
That's a cool looking cover.
Yeah.
13K. That doesn't seem like extremely outlandish.
What now?
13K. Of course, how long ago it was, who knows?
Yeah. It says April 30th, 2020. Yeah, so I guess that's not terrible. Not as much as I thought. But then you see like offers to date, 45K, 32K.
That was in 2020 though.
Well, this sold April 30th, 2020, and all of these offers came in in November.
Oh, okay. I see. I didn't know that it had sold already. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm wondering
Woo, woo.
if it's this is the same guy. Like, look, I need this book. Take my money. Jeez. What up, CLG?
Oh, okay. So they bought it for $13K and then were immediately offered those offers
Gotcha.
for it.
Yeah, that's wild, dude. Could you imagine spending $13,000 on something and be able to turn around and go, here's 45K. Let me have it.
Bro, in a minute.
Gone. I'd be like, all right, 50. That's really cool though, because I didn't know this like I whenever I first saw the book, I thought it was maybe that newspaper where he created Bone In. But to see this collected, I mean, that's incredible. I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, it would be hard for me not to sell something for a $30,000 profit immediately.
Yeah.
Like,
All right. CBCS just posted an official announcement, but it was basically
oh boy.
the same thing that that Chris got. Oh, that's really
I love
pretty,
that
actually.
Beckett showroom. I was looking at that the other day. Got some comics over there.
And I
Got
love the fact that
Cat
as soon as they
100.
lost something, they send out an email saying, "Here, store your comics in our vault." Dumb. So this was an hour ago.
Yeah, but notice they didn't hide it in their forums.
Oh, I know.
Where
That's what I'm
people
saying.
find it. Like at least they did like come out and say, hey, you know, we fucked up and here's what happened.
Dang, Steve. $900 at the time. That's crazy. That's like hearing these stories about people who sold AF-15s for like a couple grand. And
I just knew you were about to say Ultimate Fallout 4s for $100.
oh well, Dustin did that too.
Asshole.
Actually, he sold it for $10, 10 spots.
Yeah, it took 2 weeks to fill. I'm probably gonna feel the same way once this Edge of Spider-Verse 2 sells. I've got it on eBay. It's the lowest buy it now available anywhere online. And I've been having people hit me up with like $300 offers and then got pissed off at me because I sent them back a laughing face emoji and a middle finger. And they got mad at me. I'm like, really? Like, I know the only people that are even watching this right now are people that have them for sale and they're trying to see if I'm about to destroy the market on this book.
Oh man. He's a CBCS. CLG, do you mean like Beckett versus CBCS? Because Beckett is the owner of CBCS. But it is good though that they are not hiding behind it.
Jeff.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh my god. No, okay. So I get it. Whenever companies like we're launching an investigation into ourselves, that does seem a bit silly. But if they come out and say, okay, this is what happened, and here's the transparency behind it and how it happened, like, cool, I get it. I appreciate that. As long as you're going to be honest. But again, they're not hiding behind the forums. Oh, my ear. All right. Anything else you guys want to chat about, or are we going to wrap it up? It's almost 1:00 your time. I think we've had a good night.
We I just got a message from Hagen's baseball coach that we're doing a 6-on-6 scrimmage tomorrow, and my ass is going to be in the outfield. So, yay! In the middle of the day, in August, in Georgia.
Dude, if I could get this bumped up to a 9.8, I would double my profits.
Yeah, but from the description that you gave me or that I saw in the notes, because when I checked the notes on it,
Yeah,
Don't
there's. I mean, unless we got lucky, but there.
When I checked the notes on the other stuff, it sounded like I didn't see anything that told me I couldn't get those books bumped up.
Yeah.
But that one definitely.
Well, I'll tell you, some of these over here do appear to have like color breaking ticks.
Do they?
Yeah, like that right there is broken right there.
See, I can't remember which two I was able to. There was.
Yeah. But again, I mean,
I can't remember which ones actually had notes, because I was like, you have 392s and all of them didn't have notes. I was like, okay.
But again, I'm a good $50 up on these, so
Yeah.
you know, and once that movie hits, it, you know. But again, I'm not super.
Yeah, whatever, Jeff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Steve leaving, I think, is going to hurt. You know, I don't know. We'll see. And I hate
Grade
it.
and how much on what?
Yeah, what are you talking about, CLG? I'm so thankful Steve sent that to us. I think that is so awesome.
Yeah. You should just like print that picture out and hang it up in your room. Be like, well, I
Shit.
don't have them, but I have pictures of them.
Yeah, that's like literally like when you want to use the word grail, that would be a grail.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if Mike Mayhew's custom anybody
that was like that Sentai book I bought. Like,
see, I learned 2 big books I need tonight. That book and then the booty cover of Gwen Stacy. And I hate to refer to it as that, but I can't pronounce it in Spanish, so. I love old comic book ads. Ooh, I just got the chills.
Hit me up on Instagram, man. I think I actually posted a whole like lot.
You want me to show it?
Let me see. What did I have that as?
Well, now it won't load, so there it went. Hey, y'all go watch this video. It was really well done. Thank you.
Yeah, hit me up on Instagram, dude. I'll cut you a deal. I mean, I got a good deal on there. But yeah, hit me up on Instagram, dude. See what we can work out.
I can't believe this comic.
I can't believe nobody's grabbed it, dude. That thing is beautiful.
It is.
Yeah, okay, whatever, Tyler. Nobody wants that Sentai book. I know you went 6 to midnight when I sent you that picture of it.
I can never tell if he's being serious or kidding with us when he likes something or hates something.
Well, considering that he's probably got more Power Ranger stuff in his room than I do, he's full of shit.
I have those books.
No, you don't. That book right there, that Deadpool Hastings cover, that's one that's getting graded. It's on its 3rd trip to CGC. They are so full of shit on that book.
I cannot believe you made Justin walk around with you like this.
Hey.
Somebody commented on this video like a day ago. It's like, I can't believe you spoke their name. Like, dude, really? That was my own footage. I'm trying to see if there's anything else good.
All right.
Oh, dude, this was hilarious in comic books.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about
Peter Parker getting cornrows. and Black Panther walking in like, dude, seriously? Like, what's happening? This isn't what it looked like. Isn't what it looked like. Oh my god, so funny. I wish they would go back and do those fun things in comic books. I did start reading that. That was good. Who would have thought? We got it.
All right, let's wrap it up. My old lady's ready for me to come to bed, and I am ready to go there. So,
all right, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it out. Tyler is the best part of Two Brothers Comics. And stay out on the lookout for Instagram tomorrow because I'm going to be talking about Dragon Ball Z all afternoon.